Yeah. We thought you'd like to listen to the music for a little bit. The Goombahs got their act together. You know what? It takes us a long time. This is Sports Goombahs and Cassidy King. I got my chef to the left, Brendan B. I'm Mikey Wall over to the right. Welcome to the 515 studios here in Bucks County, PA. We got a different phone line today. Our regular phone line blew up. This B came in, we plugged in, and boom, phone just exploded.
All the calls, all the text messages
everything
we were getting,
gone,
couldn't handle
exploded. You know, I never saw a cell phone just go up like in flame. You know, Galaxy was a Galaxy, my Galaxy 5 or whatever it was, boom, just like that. Give us a call, 215-783-1282, 215-783-1282 is our temporary Sports Goombahs hotline today.
Can I get that number one more time, please?
215, say it real slow for you, Mike. 215-783-1282. 215-783-1282. Get it in your head. Get it ready. That's the number that works. We think it works. We don't know. We won't know until someone calls if it really works. First hour of the show is brought to you by Castle Public Adjusters. New sponsor we have, the number one public adjuster in the Delaware Valley, bar none, servicing the Delaware Valley, New Jersey, all the way up to New York, Pittsburgh. We'll go anywhere. We'll go anywhere you want them to go. 215-752-1237 or check them out at castlepa.com. All right, guys. We were off for a couple weeks. I'm sure there's a ton of crap that went on. I want to start off with one thing right now. You know, I was beefing about it on Facebook yesterday, and I about had it with this Stephen A. Smith crap. Okay?
What did you do now?
What did he do now? He's still bloviating about Chip Kelly being a racist. Now he's trying to he's trying to change the story, saying the narrative that everybody's trying to say that he's putting out there is that he thinks it's a black and white thing. Well, now he's saying it's a Riley Cooper thing. Why wasn't Riley Cooper whacked from the team after what he did 2 years ago? But what Stephen A., the knucklehead, and ESPN, the other clown crew, don't understand. There's a contract for Riley Cooper that the Eagles don't want to eat just because it's a personality thing or whatever it is. They're not eating the contract, and you can't compare that to the Deshaun Jackson situation or Shady McCoy. It's completely different.
Their contracts were up, correct?
Yeah, the contracts were up, right, and the deals were worth moving them. But as that clown, what's that show called? First thought. What's it in the morning?
Again, it's First Take.
First Take. Okay, and they keep changing that show every 2 years. They change it. The problem is ESPN is letting this go on like this. That's number one. Okay, and I understand there's a ton of radio and TV talk sports all day long, and you got to keep up with the Joneses, and you got to be controversial to get people to listen to you. But this is ridiculous. I mean, he's going at it with Chip, and Chip's coming back, not even coming back. He's not even recognizing it. The press corps tried to get Chip into a war with Stephen A., but it didn't work. Chip laughed the whole thing off. And I don't understand why ESPN lets this go on. I mean, if this was the other way around, it would be pure chaos. If Chip Kelly came after Stephen A. for something like that, it would be chaos because they
wouldn't know what to do.
Right, they wouldn't know what to do with it. Right.
They wouldn't know what to do because it's always, see, the thing is, you can, unfortunately, in this day and age, it's always what you said first. Doesn't matter anything else.
But nobody said anything here.
No. This is what he's saying, and now he's trying to backpedal. And because it's out there, and ESPN has no other, do they have any other choice but to back it? I mean, because obviously, if you're going to be stupid and say that what Riley Cooper said, he should be fired. Okay, because it is true, and then you turn around and say something, accuse somebody of being racist, when obviously, I can state 6 incidents where Chip Kelly isn't racist. It's not even that.
They say
but
Chip
that's
Kelly.
the thing. How does he still have his job?
There is who?
How does Stephen Smith? Because he absolutely said something that was unfounded.
He changed his story though. What he's saying, it's not a matter of whether Chip Kelly has a problem with black players. It's why hasn't Riley Cooper been whacked from this team for what he did?
But that's not what he said before.
He changed that.
Okay, well, that's what I said. You got to remember the first thing the guy said. And you can't, oh, wait a minute, I'm getting at that. It doesn't work when other people in the media or other stars or celebrities have things taken out of context. He didn't. Let's face it. That wasn't taken out of context. He stated he thought Chip Kelly was a racist, getting rid of black players. That's what he said.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't say that. And he didn't. No, he went around that. He said
started
that
it, but that's what he said.
There's a culture in the Chip Kelly camp that there's certain type players he wants. Now, here's the thing. Now I know what this is. This is Shady McCoy. Doesn't like being in Buffalo. That's how this is all happening here. Although he's getting his $25 million, okay, he still doesn't like the fact that he's been shipped out to Buffalo. And he's the only one talking. He's talking to Stephen A. or whoever it is. And there's two guys back and forth. Then they throw in Trey Thomas today about him saying something when he was coaching. And of course, Trey Thomas was fired as a coach, as a defensive coach. And he has a great too. And it's like, I've heard it on the radio too before. It's the only ones who are saying anything about Chip's belief or whatever he thinks are people who have, problems with him, who were fired, let go, whatever. It's never nobody who's just like playing for him saying it's bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Then you got the whistleblower saying, well, what happens if you do say something? I understand that you're in an awkward situation if you're a player.
What happened last year? Who said something last year? Defensive back. What's his name? Carey? Carey said something, came out and said he's working too hard. They're working us too hard in the middle of the season.
But it wasn't racist, though.
I'm just saying, in general, he said something against the team. He's gone, but he's gone because he stinks.
Yeah, he's gone because he's not talented.
Well, I'm just saying.
But then again, like you say, he shipped black players out, African American
players. What's curious,
but he brought in better ones.
Yeah. He was shipped
Skill
out because
level.
he stinks. Yet he didn't come back and say, I was tossed because I was black or I was hip hop or something like that. He just went. He knew he stunk, and that's the bottom line.
Just shut up, take your money.
That's
Where'd he
right.
go? Seattle, right?
That's it.
Did he go to Seattle?
New England.
Yeah. Listen,
you might get a ring. So shut the hell up and be a team player, and you might get a ring by accident.
Yeah.
Okay, for even being stoink.
I just feel like we've wasted enough of our breath on Stephen A. Smith. He's such a moron.
Yeah, but I know. But
he's such a moron.
But when it's put out there and people are taking it and it's put all over the place and
Kyrie Williams to go to Seattle. You're right.
Yeah, and people are listening, man, to him when he talks or whatever. But the way he's doing it is that he's putting it out there and it's being picked up by other stations, other people, other talk shows. And I'm ranting about it because I'm pissed off and I'm tired of hearing this crap. I'm tired of the way the media shapes things out the way they want it to get the controversy, whether it comes down to sports, whether it comes down to religion or race. Everything's blown out of proportion because we react so quick on it. And the only one who hasn't reacted on this thing is Kelly himself. He continues to say, I don't know what you guys are talking about. And it's beautiful because
that's the best part.
He's killing the local Philly press who are trying to bait him into some kind of back and forth here, and he's not doing it.
Oh, it's wonderful.
He's laughing at them.
Well, you see it in politics all the time and stuff like that. It's always like the responses that get you in trouble and all that.
Well,
if you just kill the story. Just kill the story right where it is.
That's how it is in anything. It's sports. It's you say, it's not the hold like it's a flag. It's when you punch the guy in the face.
Right.
Or
exactly.
soccer,
The retaliation.
It's retaliation. In
Same
basketball,
thing.
every sport, it's retaliation that gets it.
I think ESPN is pissed. They're not getting retaliation, and they're not getting
they're not getting
what they want here.
A juicy T-bone steak thrown in
Right.
front of them that everybody can take a bite of. And
Tebow?
Well, here's the problem. ESPN,
Yeah,
they're
Tebow.
pissed. They're pissed because we got Tebow.
T-Bone.
We got Tebow. We have Chip Kelly, who's got 20 wins in 2 years. Probably the best start of a coach in NFL history
That can't be true.
for the first 2 years. Why not?
I'm going to say that can't be
Think
true.
about it.
Look it up, Mikey. Look it
I'm
up.
not,
Like just think about it.
I want to know
I don't
now.
have time to look it up.
If he's gonna
I'll look
break-
up on a break, but I'm telling you that's not true.
I know for a fact that Tom Landry came in here and won one game his first year. Jimmy Johnson, same thing. Vince Lombardi, not a chance. Was terrible in his first years. Okay, so there's three guys who are Hall of Famers who didn't do it. And they were and here's Chip in here. First 2 years, I bet you there's not another coach who's won 20 games in the first 2 years.
I'm confident that there has.
Even Belichick came in
and
and
for the
didn't do
record,
it.
I was thinking of Bradley Fletcher. He went to New England.
Yeah.
I bet you look at Belichick when he came with Cleveland. He didn't win 20 games first 2 years.
All right.
Check it out. Check it out.
Do what you got to do.
Do what I gotta do.
I'll pull it up.
What do I gotta do?
He's got to stand there and look good. That's his job. And bloviate.
215-783-1282 is the Sports Goombahs hotline tonight. And for only tonight.
Replacement line.
Yeah. And don't leave a message. If you don't get in, just hang up. Call back. What are you going to do about that?
Harbaugh won 27.
First 2 years.
Yeah.
With San Francisco.
Yeah.
That was his first year as a coach in the NFL.
That's what it said.
First year as a
He was
head
27-8-1
in 2 years.
including the postseason. It says. Sorry.
Okay, was that his first NFL coaching?
Yes.
He never coached before that, before San
No,
Francisco?
he was at Stanford.
Was he at Stanford?
Goddamn hardball.
Including playoffs, George Seifert had 32.
His first 2 years?
Yeah, so you take a playoffs out, I can guarantee you, he didn't win 12 playoff games in
But
2
you're
years.
missing the point. Okay, but Seifert wasn't a college coach coming in. He was
What
an
does it
NFL
matter?
Well, that's the whole point of this.
What did college come into this?
You dropped the
wait,
college.
He's going to keep.
He said the C
I said
word.
Oregon coaches. Oregon coaches to the NFL.
No, wait, stop. I made a mistake. I meant to say college
I meant coaches
coming
named
here.
Chip. He has the most wins of coaches named
You
Chip.
guys.
But the C word. It's a C factor. College, Chip.
Mike Martz, by the way, Jim Caldwell, Mariucci, Switzer, Harbaugh,
Mariucci.
Seifert.
That's
These are all, well,
All
to me,
had
you know what? No, I misspoke, okay?
Yeah,
These
yeah,
are all
right.
clowns who've been in the NFL for half a career. I should have said, because the analogy I was putting together was Jimmy Johnson, okay? Well, Tom Landry was wrong. Tom Landry was in the NFL before he became a head coach.
Yep.
I should have put the question out there or the statement different. A college coach or any coach, first-time head coaching without NFL experience.
Still Harbaugh.
Yeah, well, okay, you're
Yeah.
right. Okay,
All
well,
right.
you proved me wrong.
There you go.
goddamn.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn stat. I don't care about stats. I just made the wrong stat quote.
You're the one that brought up the stat.
Nobody brought it up.
I was making my point. My point being, to the bottom line here is
The
is
point is, he doesn't have to be right all the time.
It's not what I said. It's what I thought in my head.
Yeah, no, Mike's right. I'll be right all the time. I'm very rarely right.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's part of your charm.
That's the shtick.
It's part of your charm.
The charm is. But I don't think a lot of people like Chip Kelly. I don't think.
I think that's fair. Obvious.
Yeah, and in the media too, because one, he doesn't give you the answer that you want. Two, he's too good at what he's doing for his first couple years. He's a big shot, and he's going around the league like he's changing the NFL. And a lot of the purists, even the guys that writers, reporters, they don't want to see this. They like this. First of all, they like to see a guy fall before he rises. That's number one. And Chip's not doing it. I mean, he doesn't make playoffs. That doesn't matter. He's still winning football games. And that's the bottom line. Just win, baby. You know,
You can make the argument it's jealousy.
that's absolute
It's jealousy,
Yeah.
whether like or
Right.
dislike.
You don't
comes
come
into
in
because he's
factor.
brash.
Yeah,
If
right.
he was quiet and didn't say anything ever, and it wasn't splashy, then it wouldn't be a problem. But he makes big moves, make bold moves. I mean, in 2 years, how many guys have come and gone? Like a lot of all pros.
And look, he like I want to say what's the word I'm looking? Entrepreneurship. He's brought with him, like with all the crazy music he played, all the signs on the sideline, example the moves he made, and like the marketing moves, all that stuff. He knows how to sell himself.
How else can you get the top high school players in the country to want to go play in Eugene, Oregon
exactly
for their career?
He's flashing. He's not, I'm going to say this, he's not flashing the pan. He's flash dancing all the way, to the bank here, because he's coming up. He's got you sucked in because
he goes against the grade. That's
exactly.
what
And he's different.
Yeah.
And look what he did for the Eagles in the last 6 months. He put them up, number one, probably
That's right.
talked in the country, was the best-selling merchandise for 3 weeks in a row at one stretch. And for what? I mean, after we traded away our teams.
And considering he took over a 4-win team.
That's Chip Kelly. That's God himself making a little dent on the show there. The Chipster's running shit outside too now. He's running shit, man. That's what he does. He's running shit in the NFL.
He's making a lot of money for Jeff Lurie. He's getting his brand of style out there. He's going to be, whether or not you like him or hate him, respect him or jealous of him. Here's the thing: he's going to be someone you remember in football 20 years from now, because inevitably he's changing it.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, he's changing everything.
Whether he continues to be successful or he completely flames out, you're going to remember Chip Kelly.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
Well, I don't know about, I'm not, okay, he's got 20 wins, but I'm not putting him down on legendary status yet, where I'm going to remember 25.
Legendary doesn't
said
mean
remembered.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, you remember Chip Kelly, it's like you remember Buddy Ryan, because Buddy Ryan came in after coaching with Chicago Brash. He's the winner. He got a winner in town. He had his bounty ball. He was out there doing his own thing. His defense was more important than anything. And you remember Buddy Ryan, he didn't win shit. But you know what?
Exactly.
Okay, we remember Buddy Ryan here in Philly. There's a lot of places outside of this area don't give a shit about Buddy Ryan.
No, they don't. But
Okay.
I'm saying, generally speaking, in NFL in 20 years, you'll still remember what he did, only not because of if he's successful. I don't even care about that at this point. It doesn't matter. He's just made so many bold moves and so many changes. He's going to be the guy that tried to change it. Tried to change the rules, tried to do it his way.
No, the try isn't even there. He's done it. You can see the change in the NFL already. I mean, in his first year, he made changes. Now they're doing all kinds of stuff to try to defend against what he's doing, even right down to the refereeing of the game.
NFL, it's like that. Was pissed at him because he was running so many damn plays.
Right.
Even the company you work for, and what he did is he's bringing it to like we're at a point where you have to watch the game.
Right.
You have to pay attention to what's going on, even the little stuff, because you're going to miss it. You're going to miss something.
Look at it this way. Do you remember Rich Kotite? It's not because he was good, but you remembered him.
Because you hated him so much, man.
So hey, one way or another, you're going to remember Chip.
Yeah, I guess
you're going to look back and say, oh, the Chip era.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly. Either it's going to be because it was great, or it's going to be because
I think in general,
he ruined a team.
He's going to win a couple of Super Bowls here. I think he's going to win a couple of Super Bowls. I think he's not that type.
I'm not going to argue against you.
You know what it is? It is. I see him as that type of coach, as that Jimmy Johnson. When you see a guy that's so focused in the game itself that all he cares about, these guys win. They don't win. It's very rare do you see a coach who's so into the game not win championships.
Exactly.
It's just
like
the way
Belichick.
it is. Yeah, Belichick. You don't hear about Belichick's life. Anything about his life outside of football.
Yeah, but how many coaches do you hear about their out?
Well, they're the ones that are playing golf all day long, or they're out doing their thing other than playing football.
Can you name Mike Holmgren or Mike Shanahan story off the field in your entire life?
Well, no, not really. I guess, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know you meant.
Guys, you don't take.
I don't even know. Is Belichick married with kids?
Yeah, that I don't know either.
I don't know.
Yeah, right. That I don't know.
I knew about.
Right.
I'm assuming he is.
Well, I'm just saying you don't like. There's a lot. This has always been your knock on players and coaches that when you start off on fire and then you get like Ryan Howard. Let's take Ryan Howard for example. He came on fire, got married, had a family, and then we're not blaming him. We're just saying
that's life. That's life.
That's your priority. Your priorities change.
Kelly doesn't have a family.
Your priorities change. You got a wife and kid. You want to make sure that they're provided for.
You got to find a woman who's willing to marry football. That's the bottom line. Is I do and I will and I'll go back for the kickoff. That's the bottom line. You can't And these players, even Jimmy Johnson, did have an outside focus. He was a single coach for the Cowboys. Same thing as Chip when they came into the league or divorced or one way or another. He was on something. They were focused. The football was football, and that's what you have in this guy. He's football 24/7, and those type of personalities win, and they constantly win. Whether it's here or somewhere else, he will win.
It's funny. I bring that up. It's those people, and you always see, like example. I'm going to bring up the movie Miracle. I just watched it. It was one of those movies. Damn it, if it didn't come on at like midnight or whatever, and I got stuck to like 3 a.m. watching it, but I couldn't turn it off. It's one of those movies.
You don't have to do that at all.
But I'm just saying, in the movie, that Herb Brooks his wife gets mad at him because he's so involved into what he's doing that he's ignoring his family, his son. His son needs to get picked up.
Because you want to succeed in life, your family's like on the back burner. End of story.
A lot of wife and kids or husbands or whatever. They don't like that.
But by the way, let me know if this surprised you at all. Belichick got divorced. That's surprised you at all.
And no, it doesn't surprise you.
Summer of 2006. So basically, ever since he's been successful. You want success?
Women weakening knees.
Except for Tiger Woods, he needs all the women he can get. Just not just one. He's got to have 12.
I'm telling you, the Tiger's back. He's back. He's big. He's bad. He's better than ever. You'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's got his harem back. He's got his stable. You know what I mean? He's out and about. Yeah, that's funny. Tiger Woods. Yeah, so that's my beef one. And it's not just, and I hear other things. I listened to a couple of local sports guys this weekend talk about how the Phillies stink. Yeah. And let me finish. The way they say the word stink, like the players are rotten. But if you look at the Phillies, you look at, I've talked about the patience that we have to have. If you look at this team, like I tell you, it's starting to smell like Pat Gillick all over again. Just look at the players. Look at that right side of the infield. That's a third baseman. I haven't seen plays made like this since Mike Schmidt, and he's making them down there. He's got an arm. And he covers a lot of ground. And freaking Freddie Gravis, this guy, he's a freaking highlight film.
Yeah.
When that play, he tossed him back to Utley.
I went to the game. I took the wife and the kids.
I was there too.
On Friday night, Cole Hamill starts. At Cole Hamill start. and I was loving the game. I was actually into the game because it was a good game up until the middle of the night when that home run, but I was like my wife was like asking me, who's that? And like, there's players that we don't know. And we, this kid came up playing third base. It was Cody Ash's first time in left field. He looked pretty good. I was shocked at how, because I went, as soon as the ball was hit the left field, I went, he didn't break in like Pat Burrell did. Ooh, my young one's going to kill me there, but he didn't break in. He played pretty good.
I mean, if you're an athlete, if you're a professional athlete, no, you're not an athlete.
I was when I was younger. I could never play.
Yeah, but you're
an infieldman.
Well, let me get back to what I was saying.
Go ahead.
You draw me over. Is that I listen to these guys, the same sports guys, sports announcers. They're going to be in 5 years being on the bandwagon. These same guys, they say it stink. But just because your team is bad or they're not ready or not there or not the best team doesn't mean they stink. And they come out there and sit and say it and over again when a caller calls in, they stink. Nobody's even there, and it's trash. And you figure out who I'm talking about little by little, okay? And there's a reason why he's not on too much anymore because no one can stand listening to him anymore. But that kind of thing
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, that's okay. Big does.
All right.
Okay.
At the break.
In a few years, you will. Youngsters over here, And it's not just him. There's a lot of other guys out there. Just take that low road of stinking that makes the conversation. And if you listen to people, the backlash of a lot of Phillies fans now, they're not taking that anymore. They don't want to hear that. It's not that they stink, because when you watch a game, okay, they're not winning baseball games, but if you watch the team there, it's young. And I can know what I call them. I call them Freddie G and the Youngins, man, because that's what this team is.
Well, it was funny. What did we say? And I'll go back 6 months when it was 6-7 months at the end of last year when we say it's a little in turmoil. This team's a little in turmoil. But guess what? I don't care if you play the young guys. I don't care if you play the old guys. I just want to be entertained. And it got to the point where it wasn't entertaining. Now it's coming back. You're seeing, bring up the young kids like we had said 4 or 5 months ago at the beginning of spring. Just start them.
Yeah.
You're going to take a hit financially. We know that because they're on that. But look, if you don't play them, you would never know what Franco could do at third base. I mean, he's been awesome. Couple home runs. He can hit. Apparently, he can hit too. So this is good. You don't know if Cody Ash can play left field until you do it. Send him down to the minors. Get him in as many games starting in left field as you can. Freddie Galvis, good. I mean, like this is
2003 and 4 all over again. It's the same type of players being brought up. That's why I said Pat Gillick takes over the situation. They put Amaro on the local Yik Yak radio stations to do his morning show stuff and talk about this, that, and the other thing, and just keep him busy, keep him out of the baseball hair. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'll even bring it back. Remember when Utley came up and we had David Bell at third and Polanco was playing second, and I remember hearing stuff about that being talked about. This, you have to bite the bullet and bench somebody. Yeah, well, I hate to say it like that, but you're going to have to bench pretty soon either Howard and Utley because that way. Somebody had to bench. Somebody had to get benched for those guys that come up.
They're getting moved.
Tommy and all that. They had to get benched in order to start the guys that we know.
Let's understand that second baseman isn't here yet. That first baseman. Who do they put at first base now? Ruff playing now and then. Is he playing catcher and first?
No, you're confusing Rupp and Ruff.
Rupp. Yeah, no, Ruff is down. He doesn't want a team, is he?
He played the other pitch the other night.
Yeah, he's been a little bit of disappointment. Yes. Catcher, I don't mind. He plays well. He got a decent
I would
arm.
rather, and I hate to say this again, if you're not going to, like the star factor is Ryan Howard and Chase Utley drawing people.
I don't know.
And they're not drawing shit, so you might as well just send or do what you got to do. But, like, if you're not going to play rough, send them down to where he can play every day and catch a momentum. He ain't learning crap sitting on the bench going, I wonder what this guy's going to throw. Oh, wait, you're batting as a pinch hitter in the ninth.
There's a lot of financial movement about that stuff, too. You got to be careful who goes where.
I understand all that. I know that there's big money involved because if you don't play them, you still got to pay them. Yeah. But still, at some point, you're going to have to realize you got to bite the bullet.
I don't mind watching these games. I'm watching these losing games right now. I'm watching. It's like me, Utley and Howard aren't drawing me to the TV set. No. It's now Galvis is up, and there's all the young guys.
Franco,
they're all up there, and I want to see what they're going to do now. I used to want to sit there and watch Howard see if he hit a home run. Yeah, that Mike Schmidt factor. Every time Schmidt came up to the plate, you stopped and you looked at the TV to see if he was going to jack one out. Howard used to be like that 5 years ago. And he's not. I gotta give it to him. He's not striking out as much as he used to. I haven't seen him strike out too much. If he's doing it, it's not why I'm watching.
The best thing about that, I'm going to laugh. I'm like, all you got to do is hit it the other way. And Cody Ash was up, he was hitting, and they put that huge shift on him too now because I know he's a dead pull hitter. But then he just pokes one right in the empty shortstop area because they overshifted on him. And I'm like, wow, a kid young enough to be able to make adjustments. Yeah. I like that. That made me excited. I'm like, oh, okay. He knows he's thinking now. He got sent out, maybe cleared his head, come back up, make a smart play like that. I like it.
All right. Oh, I waited long enough. I'll chime in.
Go ahead.
Mike's here. Here he is. Hey, give us a call. 215-783-1282. Write that down. 783-1282. That's our temporary hotline for tonight because our smoke phone blew up.
All right. Howard, the Phillies stink. I'll start with that. The Phillies do stink. They are not a good team. They're second worst team in baseball. They stink. That doesn't. But then again, they said I'd rather them stink with 24-year-olds than stink with 34-year-olds. So I mean, just because they're young and they're saying blah blah blah, that doesn't mean they don't stink. They do stink. They're bad. They're a bad team. They're one of the worst teams in recent memory. I mean, they can't hit at all. They scored maybe 2 runs a game if you're lucky. They're a bad team.
They're a young team.
But right? and even the guys, and I hate to burst the Galvi's bubble. He stinks. In the past 2 weeks, he's hitting like about 210. So his average is back way.
You can't stink when you play that kind of field. You can't get the stink label when you play like that. Maybe he's not batting well.
Came back to reality.
Offensively, this team is all legendarily bad. We're worse in like pretty much every category across the board. Actually, I did hear except for pinch hitting, we're actually leading the league in pinch hits.
Well,
so it's good to know. But other than that, I mean, and we mentioned Ruff sending him down. Ruff's almost 30 years old. He's not. You can't triple M anymore at this point. It's just like
that's
you got to be here and play.
Yeah. You wasted away in the minors.
He kind of just came out of nowhere like 2 years ago when he was already 27. It's like he was never really a prospect to begin with. He was kind of a nice find when he had that one good year. We had like 30 home runs in Double-A or something like that. But I don't know how they could never find a spot for a guy on a team this bad offensively.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, that's what I mean when they wasted him.
I've been a revered defender. I have been. Man led the league in hits last year. There's nothing else. You can't take that away from him.
Nope.
He led the league in hits. But Darren Ruff needs to be able to get up in play other than in Ben Revere. I mean, Ben Revere, I can't defend him this year. He can't hit. The one thing he did good last year was hit baseballs. Yep. He's not doing it this year.
Well, because they got the book on him. You know how it is. Doesn't take if you're not that good on your rookie year, and they get the book on you, next year it's going to be even worse. That's just the way it goes. That's baseball. That's professional sports. Anything. Everybody says that, especially in your second year when they find out. But that's why you have to adjust.
Well, he wasn't a rookie last year.
Well, no, okay. I mean,
his first year here.
Yeah. Well,
first real year here, but
like you look at a Freddie Galvis, how we made fun of him. We did. We broke his nuts for 3 of his first 4 years, and he didn't look like he could hit.
Well, he still can't. I don't think. But I will say that you can't argue against his glove, and that's something that everybody's known. Everybody's known he's had a major league glove. Yeah. But it's more of a second base glove where because you can't be this bad. Not saying this bad because he's not that bad, but as bad as he's been, if he continues this, he's on pace at like 240 for the year. Yeah. You can't be a full-time shortstop that way. You can be a full-time second baseman as long as your shortstop is, Rollins and his prime type stuff. But unfortunately,
what if you had what if your second baseman is somebody of better quality?
But right now it's not.
I'm just saying.
But right now
it doesn't have.
So one or two, somebody's got to do something.
Somebody got to do something. Somebody got to be hot on the corners too.
Yeah,
you need a power hitter on a corner.
I mean,
at least one of them.
I mean, you just look at the lineup up and down. There's as Franco, he's interesting. Of course I want to see him because it's the first time we've had a prospect hitter since
at third base
anywhere. Since when? When was the last Howard? Who was our last prospect? Or not Dominic Brown, but
no,
he was stops. He was stop start up down and hurt here.
Someone's consistently been.
Other than that, I mean, we're starting Jeff Francoeur every day.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I mean, and he's been fine. He really has been. But I mean, we're starting Jeff Francoeur, Dubal Herrera, and Ben Revere in the outfield. I mean, there's no threat. No. So I mean, we do stink, and there's nothing wrong with saying we stink, but it doesn't mean we aren't way more exciting than we were because we're way more exciting than we were. Like I said, I went to the game on Saturday when Galvi's made that amazing play, and we lost, and we weren't really ever close. I think we lost by like 3, and we never really came close. But I still enjoyed the game just because I'd rather watch Franco go over. I'm not saying he did, but I'd rather watch Franco over 4 than watch Pedro Feliz go over 4.
Wow.
Like,
yeah, good point.
Exactly. And then I'd rather watch Herrera go over 4 than watch Marlon Byrd go over 4.
Right. Either way, it's watchable. They might,
watchable,
but it's watchable. It's not just thinking there's not a player you care about. You can see the development here. That's what we didn't see at the end of last year, and we were worried about when we talked about. And this team is going to be when we talked about 5 to 7 years before we even see a contender. That might be not. That.
I would have said 7's a little long.
Yeah, not now because you can see the start of it. I mean, if the Phillies show this young talent, they're going to draw a free agent once. You know what I mean? That player's going to see what is a young.
Are they ever going to spend this Comcast money? I thought we got the big TV deal and we become cheaper. At one point, we're at the 3rd highest payroll.
Hot dogs, man.
We were like the 3rd highest payroll at one point. Now we're like,
now you pay the guys to go away. So you got the money for it. Pay them to go away.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I hate to say that.
And some people don't like what the Yankees used to do, and they don't do as much to an extent these days. But like, you don't see, like we said, you don't see the Red Sox, and you don't see the Yankees just being old, bad, and like they just. There's a 1-year turnaround. They're bad for a year. They turn around, buy. The next thing you know, they're back in it. They're going to the playoffs. Why can't we do it? It's not we don't have the money for it. And the Dodgers are the same way now. You'll never see the Dodgers be bad again. No. So it's the money they got in their last whatever TV deal. I think they made even twice what we did. You'll never see the Dodgers be bad again. Why do we have to be like?
And in their defense, though, they have a really good farm system.
Right.
Yeah, but the Dodgers have a real deal. And you know what? You just want to sit there and go, take half of that Comcast money and give it to the scout who's doing the Florida Marlins.
What I'm saying, but
give me their scouts.
They had a really good farm system, but it wasn't because they made these great trades to get it. No, you just drafted well.
Not
that
just
hard.
Informative. They have great scouts. That's what I'm talking about. Just find out whoever scouts the Florida Marlins always seem to have great.
The Phillies had a 5 to
8
year stretch where all they did was draft these toolsy outfielders and these high school pitchers who you never heard from ever again. Right. Where's Roman Quinn?
Duckworth.
Brandon Duckworth.
At least Duckworth made it to the major leagues. Like there's a straight. I could pull ball our first round picks. You won't hear of the last 10. You probably wouldn't hear 7 of them.
Yeah, no, not at all. But
because they never made it here.
Either way, I like the direction what we're seeing, and I don't think it's going to be a 7-year to a contender. I think it could happen in a couple years if they get some free agents. If they show,
and it's not like the East is that great.
No, it's not because I'm waiting for Jeff Brandy's to call him. These Mets they're done.
The phone went silent. As soon as that hot run,
even Bartolo Colon is starting to work his way down a little bit.
He leads the league in wins.
Yeah, he's
he had a double with that. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. It took him a half hour to
legging out a double.
I don't think he wanted to run the second. He wanted to stop it first. And just let
but then he kind of had to.
Yeah.
There must have been a roast beef sandwich on second base. They must have told him.
You can see
he's a big boy.
The bench was laughing at him as he's going for it. Yeah, the Mets. Yeah, forget about them. They're done too. Put him in a bathroom for them. He won't call in. He's shell shocked on that.
But not to get too sidetracked, but similar to the Sixers. Wouldn't you rather watch these kids they've been thrown out for 2 years than a whole bunch of 30-something-year-old?
Yes.
So when you get young, even if you're not good, it's just more exciting.
The Sixers, their situation is going to get a lot better fast.
Yeah,
real fast now. They're going to be a team in a couple years. At least something to watch. Mm-hmm. We can start talking about them again. Maybe talk about them now. Actually, I don't mind. I
don't mind talking about them anymore.
It's funny. It's look. You can watch the ebb and flow of the teams. 2 weeks ago we didn't have a hockey coach. Now there's a hockey coach everybody loves. So now the excitement's back up for that again. I got to buck up for the freaking tickets again, where I thought maybe I had a year off of that crap.
But hey,
you never have to get tickets. Never have to.
Yeah, but you got to do about that. Give us a call 267-9. Just yelling out phone numbers 215-783-1282. 215-783-1282 is our temporary hotline. Sports Goombahs. Don't leave a message. If you don't get in, hang up and call back.
Don't leave a message.
No, don't leave a message, man. 215-783-1282. We are live here, www.sgshow.net, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check us out at Twitter on, what's it, Mike at Walpeasy, possibly?
Yeah, at Walpeasy, man. Hit me up.
Walpeasy.
WALPEEZY.
Yeah, that's the strong. Cashy King, Chef to left, Mikey the Wall, Sports Goombahs.
It's mainly this wrestling stuff.
We will be right back.
BZI Group Inc. for your individual and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free, instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI Group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800-431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
Stop paying your bookie each week and start collecting. They have the best handicappers in the world, all in one place. And their only job is to win you money. Check Jeff Brandy's and all the experts at trendbetting.com. Trend betting theory is simple. Trends dominate in sports, and you will win in the long run by following the dominant trend. You will lose in the long run if you buck the dominant trend. Simple enough. That's trendbetting.com.
Hey, yo, Cassie, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, yeah, oh.
Speak with 24-hour emergency service and free estimates. Call 215-533-4066. That's 215-533-4066 or visit sealroofing.net.
Need an electrician? Think about adding surveillance or security to your home? Call Beacon Systems. 215-400-1151. Ask for Big Joe and tell him the Sports Goombahs sent you. That's 215-400-1151. They're the #1 electric installer in the Delaware Valley. Guaranteed customer satisfaction. That's Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151.
Looking for insurance? Get the coverage you deserve at a cost you can afford. Call Stefano Terra, Farmers Insurance Agency, at 215-987-3734. They specialize in life, auto, business, homeowners, and more. Call the agent you can count on. Stefano Terra's Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Or stop in their Northeast location at 1120 Cobbin Avenue. That's Stefano Terra's Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Now, the Wall Report. No way. He isn't getting top bill.
Excuse me? What was
Too
that?
early.
What was that?
I thought I'd wake
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Wall Report here.
I saw Mikey sleeping over there. I think I'm going to hit him with the Wall Report.
Call with my eyes closed. And
Yeah. Cashy the King, chef to the left. With Mikey over here. His Wall Report. That's what it's all about. We're going to make it an hour show, I think. We're going to start your
own spin-off show.
Your own spin-off show, yeah. What do you need us for when you got the Wall Report? You know, I think that's sad. Most of our audience tunes in for that anyway. There's nobody listening to us right now.
They set their clocks. 9:40, 10:40.
10:40. This is the pick session. This is where Cashy the King, me, tends to make you money every week. Quite frankly, last 2 weeks has been pitiful. I mean, 2 weeks ago, we evened up. Last week was a disgrace. I lost everything I gave out on the website because we weren't here last Monday.
I wanted to put you in the bathroom.
Yeah, you should put me in bed. Then the rest of the week, you followed me throughout the week. It was chaos, commotion. Kansas City bit the dust. Wrote Dow Jones.
Did you have them against the Yankees that one game?
Yeah. Yeah, that was,
Yeah, the over at least, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, no. Yeah, I did have the over now. Yeah, but it didn't matter. All in all,
when you go over in the first inning, it's not a bad day.
It was a freaking loser week. You know, Kansas City hurt me. I had a couple other teams. I jumped on San Francisco, though, to help get me back a little bit. The Giants are a hot baseball team right now, playing good. And it's, reminds me of a hockey team that we're going to talk about a little later. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I got a couple games here, and this is a pick session brought to you by our boys at Auto Magic Car Care. Check them out at automagiccarcare.com. Call them at 215-322-2561. Mikey Primo, Matty Liddon. They detail your car like nobody else and make it look easy. Charge it normally too, don't they?
Did you see the car they had the other day?
Yeah.
The Porsche?
What was that worth? Like $102,000? That
was a Porsche.
I tell you, you can't even pull into that lot anymore unless you qualify. What happened to those guys?
Sellouts, man. They went Hollywood on us.
I'm surprised you even let me advertise for them here.
I asked them my Civic and they laughed at me.
Civic.
No, I'm just kidding, guys. They would not do that to you.
Yeah. They'll take good care of you. They don't care what kind of car it is, as long as they can clean it. 215-322-2561 or check them out at automagiccarcare.com. All right, couple baseball games. Last week, I didn't want to talk about last week. Forget about it. It's not even important. You're with me. You lost a ton of cash. Okay, bottom line is I can't win every week, but I try to win most of the weeks, and that's what I do, and that's what I'm known for. Got 3 baseball games. As much as I'm down on Kansas City, it's comeback time for them. Okay, they had their bad week. Their bad 2 weeks. They're up and downs. They're home now. They're playing Cleveland tomorrow. It's a -106. This is a game you got to be on Kansas City. And when you be on them, I also want to be on the side total. Don't know what it's going to be. It's probably going to be a 7.5. Look at Kansas City to be a 4. I like Kansas City 4 to win. That's what I'm on tomorrow. Kansas City 4 to 1. I'm going to lay to 106. Seems to be a little bit of a gift for Cleveland coming in. Going to be some runs scored in this game. Kansas City hasn't scored runs in weeks. They had the one game against the Yankees, and that was it. They're having trouble. The pitching, it's vice versa with them. The pitching is coming through now, and their hitting isn't. Anyway, I'm back on Kansas City this week. It's a little hiatus. I like them. Later 106, 105, 110, whatever you get, it's a winner. The other game, I like San Francisco is hosting Pittsburgh tomorrow night. Once again, a low number there too. San Francisco -105. I don't understand that. The pitching matchup is what it is. I don't care about that. Okay, when you come into San Francisco, these days you're an underdog, and that's the way it's going to be. And I like the number. See, it's almost even to me. So I like San Francisco. They're on a run right now. I think they're like, I believe they're like 8-1.
7-2 or
7-2. Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Yeah. They're on a run. If you're on them in the past couple of weeks, they got me back to my minus. It was a worse minus than it was with San Francisco. The other game, Seattle is hosting New York. It's a 7.5. I like Seattle on the over 3.5. Not a scoring team. But CC Sabathia is terrible this year, man. He was terrible last year. He's terrible this year. Gives up a lot of runs. It's a bad spot for New York going across the country with this pitch with Sabathia going here. I like the over 3.5 or 4, whatever comes out to like Seattle for the win. All the way around, I think the Yankees are overrated this year, and win some, lose some. By the end of the season, I don't think they're going to be a playoff team. That's my thoughts on them. A Rodville. So let me we'll go over to. We have here with Kansas. We like Kansas City over Cleveland, -106. San Francisco over Pittsburgh, -105. I like Seattle on the over 3.5 or 4, whatever is on the side total. If you need to take them for the win, I'm just going to play the runs on this one. That's our picks. Do what you want. Free from me. That's what I see. Brought to you by automagiccarcare.com. Check them out. 215-322-2561. Mikey Primo, Matty Litton, the best in the business, bar none. Wall. What do you got? You were 1-1 in the last 2 weeks, right?
No. As you called on the last show, which was 2 weeks ago, I gave you
you 2 basketball games.
You have 2 basketball games. I really don't remember what they were.
You lost them both.
I won them both.
Oh, you don't remember?
I won both of them. It was probably,
how you know you remember wins?
It was probably the Cavs and I think the Rockets.
Oh, let me go back.
Yeah, it was a game the Rockets won.
I need to go back. I also like Chicago in the series to win the Stanley Cup.
In the series.
Yeah, get it now, whatever it is, whatever the number is. It starts tomorrow, I believe, right?
I can't believe you're going
it starts Wednesday.
Yeah. I can't believe you're going near it. It's going to be a great series.
It's going to be a great series. But
the finals to get there were amazing.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit about Chicago, how I picked them out in March when Taves came back and they got their injuries all taken care of. I told you to watch them. They were the surging team.
Well, we said it at the beginning of the year too.
I'm sorry.
I wish you didn't say that. Because I actually like Tampa. And it's funny because I liked Tampa before the playoffs started. I didn't say anything, and I swear to God, this is me.
Being the hockey guru that you are, why did you like Tampa?
Because they were so not the normal. They weren't the big name teams.
No.
And I saw they're up there. I'm like, who would be a good odds type team to think about? I saw they were in like 4th. I don't know what the place they were in, but they were like.
They were good. They were a good team all year.
They ran the whole year, Tampa. Yeah, they were good. Yeah, they're that
offense.
But then again, I said, obviously, I know nothing about hockey,
now.
and you do, so I will take your word for it. Because I did go 3-1 in the past 2 weeks, and I do have another game this week. I'm gonna stick with the NBA. That's what I've been hot with.
Baby.
LeBron, game 1,
LeBron.
getting 6. Come on, I'll take LeBron getting 6 any day of the week. I think this is gonna be a great series. I actually do like. For the record, I do like.
Might actually watch
I like the Cavs and the over 2.5 right now.
I think Golden State wins the series.
I do.
I don't care who wins, honestly.
Yeah,
I enjoy both teams. I want
entertaining.
LeBron to win it. I want Curry to win. I think it's going to be a great series.
And that's what I've always said. Give me a game that's entertaining. And the NBA, it was always
the NBA.
It's hard to find an entertaining game.
The NBA is ecstatic at this series.
Oh, I am too.
Well, it's because Golden State wins with the whole team.
But they do have a great star.
Yeah,
the MVP. I mean,
well, and
now here's a question. I wanted to say that. What everybody's talking about Curry, right, being the MVP.
Yeah.
Is he I'm not a basketball guy. All right.
MVP.
Because I remember Catchy at the beginning when LeBron went back there, he said they're a playoff team now. They can do that now. If you look at it,
anywhere LeBron goes is a playoff team.
Now,
he plays for
anywhere
Sixers.
Curry goes. Is he an NBA? Is that team a contender now?
Let me just.
Yeah.
I want to cut it.
I just want to show.
Not as much as LeBron.
Here's the thing.
A sure thing as LeBron.
Quite frankly, LeBron James is the MVP this year. You take him off Cleveland, and they're nothing. They're zero. They're not making the playoffs. But you take Curry off of Golden State, they still make the playoffs. They're a lot better than Cleveland.
Probably, but it depends. If you replace them with an average player, that's what you have to do. If you replace that star with an average player, you can't just remove a player altogether.
Doesn't matter what.
But in the West, Golden State may not make the playoffs without Curry there. They really may not. Depends. I
think the category here, LeBron wasn't getting that MVP.
LeBron went home for 2 weeks. He went home for 2 weeks.
Yeah, right.
And once he did that, that was the end of his. He had no chance. You can't just leave because you're tired just for rest for 2 weeks.
Right. That's not an MVP.
Yeah. And when he left, I think at one point they were like 19 and 20. They were under 500 at some point.
Yeah.
Right now, LeBron is the best player. He still is.
Yeah, well, he's the best. Well, when you take whatever team you want to the finals every year,
you go to the finals 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
You're doing something right.
Right. Well, you got to start winning them games too. You start to become the Buffalo Bills if you don't start winning them.
You won 2 of them. It's like you lost all of them.
You won 2 with a lot of help. Okay, if he comes and takes it with Cleveland,
you can't win the NBA title anymore without help. Of course.
Well, he was going to need it this year.
Yeah,
to be Golden State, he's going to need help.
You can't win the NBA. The last team to have one star, and that was it, was the Sixers, and they didn't win it.
Cleveland was in the finals. LeBron's 6th year, right?
I don't know what number. No, it was early. It was like his third year.
Third year, okay, because they're talking Cleveland. They haven't been to a championship. I'm thinking, yeah, you were 10 years ago.
Since LeBron. Yeah,
but they didn't say that Cleveland's never won a championship in anything.
No.
I think in the NFL they might have won something with Jim Brown back in they won championship.
They haven't won. I know they haven't won any championship.
Yeah, they won NFL championship.
They haven't won a Super Bowl.
No.
They haven't won any kind of championship in like 50 years.
Cleveland Indians had the Major League the movie. That's about it.
And then they're talking about 1918s. 18s or something like that.
For what?
For Cleveland, for the Indians to be anything.
No,
and it might have been when they were the Spiders.
I don't think they were around.
The Spiders.
Yeah, that's who they were. It was the Cleveland Spiders.
All right, man.
Indians, I think. But either way, back to my pick. How we got there. You give LeBron 6 points, I'll take it every day. Take the Cavs in the over.
You can't get.
I'll meet you back here next week with 2-0.
That's like giving Brady points at home. Same thing. Yeah.
Well, either way, anybody else notice this is like the rejects of the playoffs for the Philly teams or the guys we throw away or get away? If you look at when Iggy's on Golden State, right?
Yeah.
So I want Golden
State. He wins
a
freaking title.
I would love it. This is
off the bench too. Yeah, that was our star.
Yeah, I know. I love
right.
it. I think it, and then what do you got? And I have who was teaming in on the Blackhawks, right?
Yeah, right.
Patrick Sharp.
Oh, Sharp's been already. He's what he always got. That's
Versteeg, he was another one.
Sharp's gone too far gone already. He was.
I know. I'm just laughing. And then Tampa Bay, they win. It's Braden Coburn.
Yeah. Braden Coburn's terrible here.
I mean, I think it's funny. It's all the guys that we thought stunk or whatever.
You can do that with any team. We like doing that, but other teams could do that just as well.
Oh, yeah.
All these teams are made up of players from other teams. Most of them, for the most part.
Dan Carcillo is going to get another freaking ring.
Yeah, right.
That pisses me off because he's a meathead.
You can't play, man.
Game 2 is on Sunday, so before our next show, you can, like I said, you can check me out on Twitter. I'll have my pick out there.
NHL was good this year. So
speaking of the NBA Finals, by the way, is there any reason that they had an 8-day gap between?
Kind of build up, get
merchandise
out. Well, because
they were hot. They were red hot after these conference finals, and they just cooled off.
There's definitely a reason. They're not just.
They said it's because they already had the arenas booked for these. There's nothing going on. Just you can move it up 4 days.
You got the Who running around probably a couple of.
The last game finished last Wednesday. Like,
well,
are you
I understand they probably put a lot. I mean, like, think of everybody that has to work these venues. There's a lot put into that.
Who cares?
Well, it does. You know who cares? The unions do.
They want their money. They want to work early. They want to work early.
No, they don't want to work early. They want to work when they're said I built my life around this. Trust me. You got 3 different unions at least you got to deal with when you're working at these arenas. They like their guys to have quality of life.
Quality of life? We're talking about quality of life now.
I'm telling you.
Speaking of quality of life, so I want to talk about some quality of life. Today I went to my favorite men's store, Guido's Men's Store out in Philly. Here we go to Guido's. My man Mike Visco down there. It's been there for years. Got the place from his father. It's 6728 Castor Avenue. Go in there, check out my man Mikey Visco. Give him a call first. Make sure he's there because he's not there. It's no good. 215-722-1585. That's Guido's Men's Store. Tell him I give him a plug. Give me a nice suit today, a couple shirts. I walk in there. Charges me a half a leg, gives me a cup of coffee, and I scream at the dog. And I leave. It's nice. It's beautiful down there. It's in Northeast Philadelphia. 6728 Castor Avenue. Guido's Men's Store. Mikey Visco. Tell him the Sports Goombahs sent you. I had to plug them in there.
There you go.
Sounded good. Get some good stuff
Nice
over there,
segue
too.
there.
I like
Nice
that,
segue.
man. Yeah.
I'm not a suit guy.
Not a suit guy.
He's not a sleeve guy either.
I'm not a
Look.
sleeve guy.
A suit guy. What a surprise he's not a suit
I'm
guy.
not a suit guy.
I saw you on Facebook all red and shit, man.
Yeah,
What
man.
was
It
that all
hurts.
about?
I don't think I'm wearing a sleeveless.
That was a zoom-in picture, too, man.
I feel like white trash right now.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt and I'm an adult. It's 60 degrees outside for the first time in like weeks, and it's the first time I'm wearing sleeveless. But good Lord, I got murdered over the weekend.
You were just in your yard. That's it.
Yeah, just
you
sitting
weren't
around.
doing anything.
I was just sitting there.
Just sitting there. You weren't like tending the garden or
No,
cleaning
it was
the pool.
My girlfriend was laying.
Mikey the pool boy.
She was laying out. I was just sitting there. My dad was in the pool. Our dog was running around because he needs to get familiar with the area because we're gonna be going on vacation. Which, for the record, I'm not gonna be here next week, folks. I don't.
Yeah, we'll get somebody to fill in for you. Don't worry about it.
It's probably the last time you'll see me. I got to replace real quick.
Yeah. Never like not to be here. That's not a good move.
No,
man.
that's not a good move. Like, who's the guy that got replaced by DiMaggio or whatever it was? Or Ripken? I don't know who it was. But either way, man.
Paris DiMaggio.
I am like the DiMaggio of the show. But yeah, I got torched over the weekend.
Yeah. I'm still brawling with the bed situation here, too, man.
How's that working out?
Third bed came this week.
Third
Bed they came. I went back over to that Sleepy's place. I got another bed coming up too soft. I get in the shop.
So you're not keeping bed 1 and 2?
No, bed two's going already. 3 came yesterday.
Where's bed 1?
Bed 1 went back there.
You never accepted bed 1.
No, I accepted bed 1. It was all soft and mushy, man. So I said, "Hey, the bed I slept, I laid on at the Sleepy's place." So I've been through 3 beds back and forth.
I got to show you right now the beds that they're sending out to you. They are jumping on, spitting on ahead of time because you are like that customer now. It's like,
I know.
There's a hole in one of them.
This cashy guy wants another bed.
I called the girl up today. I said, Tiffany, I said, I died last night in this bed. I can't do it. And they're still treating it like the first bed, so they keep giving me another one. She said, well, come get another one. I said, you going to give me another one?
You didn't test any of these out?
I did. The one I laid on in Sleepy's was nice and hard on
Wait a minute.
right?
I thought you got one of those adjustable things.
It does. It moves up and down.
So you can't.
No, it's different.
I almost said something that would have came out wrong.
Yeah, it goes up and down, but it's too soft. It sinks in. I need a hard bed that moves up and down a little bit.
So when you press the button, you want it to get harder.
Sort of.
I can't say I don't like firm beds.
Listen,
I don't like where this conversation's going.
No, I'm fine with the conversation.
When you got a back like I have, you need a good firm bed.
Yes,
you know?
I agree with you there.
It's just the back and forth. I'm meeting all the delivery guys. They know the whole place. They know me. Hey, Mitch, how you doing? They walk in. It's my story's known all over Sleepy's now. They come back and forth. David, Mr. Gainsborough, they want us to sit on this bed before we leave the house. I said, fine, no problem.
You would know. You would love. Speaking of, I'm going to Florida. I'm staying with my brother for the first night. And he's like, how do you like your bed? I'm sleeping in his bed, of course. I'm the guest. He's taking the couch. So he got at the bed. I was like, I'm fine. He goes, well, I like softish. That's what I like. He goes, well, you're not going to like mine then. He goes, imagine sleeping on a blue gym mat in high school. That's his bed. I'm like, oh, God.
But you had a foam?
So that's going to be, you're all over that bed then. Nice and firm for you.
I don't know.
It's like sleeping on
It's
on a kitchen floor.
My back's 10 times worse than his. I sleep with 7 pillows.
No, it ain't 10 times. I'm getting up to that 9. Believe me, I
sleep with 7 pillows. My wife makes jokes. She says you're building a wall.
Listen,
like little army guys on
you know what the missus has? The same problem she's screaming about every day? You know, with the shoulders and stuff.
Mm.
Double 4 times for me on that.
No.
Yeah. My daughter says, "What's that yelling going on in that room?" That's me turning over. Got the CPAP machine blowing. I got the bed going up and down. The lights are on. What's chaos in the room? Just like they said in the sleep study.
They casted him in the new Star Wars movie because of the way he's looking.
Except for the fact that he's in there by himself. Let's keep him.
I get the dog in
There's
there.
chaos.
And Vic.
Beds are going up and down.
Big jar of peanut butter and Vic.
That's disgusting.
Sorry, but true. But what are you gonna do?
Sorry, but true.
Oh man,
The hell were we on?
I don't know.
Mikey was on the picks. I brought up something. I don't know.
It's a bed hour.
the bed
Call
out.
one's your favorite bed.
Your favorite bed. You know, it's amazing. I'm going back there tomorrow, and it's like there's 400 beds, and I'm going each. I'm done. I'm getting another one. You know, so I'm not kind of done with a bed. You
I wouldn't walk out
in.
unless I had like if I like the bed. I
Give me this one.
Pull this one off the floor.
Well,
Put
I
it
can't
in
do
the
that because
frickin'
there's
truck.
35 people laid on this thing. I'm not putting.
Do you want to get it right?
Well, I should get it right. When you laid on that bed in the store, nice
You know
and
why?
firm, when it gets back to the house, you sink into the middle of it. Shouldn't happen.
What?
I'm just trying to think of how a mattress that's so firm with 80 people jumping all over it in the store, and he gets a soft one.
Yeah, 2 times in a row. Now the second one that came, my daughter and I, we checked it out because it's a little hard. But she said, "No, Dad, it's no good. You'll be sinking in this one in 20 minutes and screaming." She was right. Last night it was chaos, man. I couldn't even move or get out of that thing. I knew it was going to be that way. I had the legs up in the air like this, the back like this. I had that special air.
Is this
thing.
what I need to look forward to in my future?
No, you keep yourself right, you'll be okay, man.
Do I look like I keep myself right?
I don't know, man. You
No.
eat right, sleep, do the right things.
I eat wrong.
Don't smoke that shit.
I don't do that.
I gotta smoke this shit because it's the only thing takes the pain away. What are you gonna do? It got even worse. You know what? And before the bed came, I was taking the other bed out, the small one, put it in the shed.
And he pulled his back out doing
I
that.
opened the shed door and I pull out some piece of wood, and these freaking ants, these black ants, carpet, whatever they were, ants. Millions of them came flying out of me.
Flying?
They
Were
weren't
flying
flying.
ants?
No, they weren't flying. It was just so many. It was like, you know, it's like a big bubble of ants coming out. You know, I'm there with this special spray and the hot wood. I'm fighting these things off for 2 hours.
Hot oil.
Hot water.
Oh.
Hot
He said oil.
That's
What the
not.
hell is oil?
I didn't say water. I said oil. I said water. You said oil.
You said oil.
All right, I'm out with these
What is
conversations.
it? It's like he's like the fighting the Persians off the wall in Greece, pouring hot oil all over him.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hot oil. I made a nice meat sauce today, though.
Let's go from ants and oil to meat sauce.
I gotta keep busy, man. There's any way I can focus. You take the business away from me, I got nothing, you know.
This is focus. This is Cassie the King focus.
Oh, Entourage, 2 days, man.
Oh man, I'm seeing it. My first night in Florida.
Yeah, my daughter and I have been ODing on it. I actually let her watch this shit. You know, something wrong
Come
with me.
on.
I got parent of the year for this crap. You know.
Got a child.
Listen,
TVMA.
what are you gonna do? The internet has got worse
Look at
than
him.
that.
He ain't even MA.
Yeah.
What did you say?
He's not even MA.
We just last night we finished season 6. Was like doing a better season 6.
No, what's that? HBO?
Let me tell you,
That
I
was
can,
HBO?
I can watch this freaking Ari all day long.
I've
man.
watched that whole series start to finish twice.
Yeah.
I can't get enough on.
You can't turn it off.
It's so good.
You know, we
But
start at
then-
6. It's
So
1:30 at nighttime. We're still ripping through shows. You know. But yeah, she's 16. She's quoting Ari stuff all over the place.
Come on, man.
He's
poor
the best,
parenting.
man.
That's just
Listen,
poor parenting.
That's the worst
Poor
thing I can do.
parenting. It's like 16, 17 years old.
You ever
That's
see the mouths
mature.
on these? You ever see the mouths of these 16-year-olds? They had the internet since they were 4. Okay,
That is true.
Okay, so there's nothing.
Had cell phones since they were 9.
16s
Okay,
and 16s and new 20s.
Now they can't get on there.
Remember when you Google something, no matter what it is in your head, it comes up regardless. So I mean, Entourage is light. That's soft for anything that's just seen on the internet.
Game of Thrones is more harsh than that.
Yeah, right. There it is.
Yeah, but she's not a dork. She's not going to watch Game of Thrones.
You don't
my
watch
God.
Game of Thrones. Man.
Okay,
You're
and
right.
how is your catching up on The Walking Dead coming?
Phenomenal.
Okay,
In season 5.
Isn't it the same show but a different era?
No.
yeah, there's a theory on that.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. That's nuts. Yes, you got the Entourage coming up. I got all my shows are coming back on for the summertime.
All your shows for the summertime. What do you watch in the summertime?
Shameless isn't coming back on.
It'll be on soon. No, what you call it? Ray Donovan. Yeah, that's the show I'm waiting for.
Does that
That's gonna
come on
change.
in the summer?
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay.
next week, 2 weeks, I think it is. Yeah.
I'm sure all their fans are excited for that.
I'll tell you what, Entourage, if it's a good movie, they'll have another one.
No, they're already signed for 3.
Are they really?
Get
They're
out of here. I
signed.
didn't
They're
hear that.
definitely. Yeah, I just heard on
There we
on
go.
the radio
There we
today.
go.
They wanted to do a trilogy. They signed. They're all definitely signed for 2, depending on how much money this one makes.
Oh, it's gonna make
It'll be an
easy
option for 3.
$250 million at least.
You know,
This will make a
here's
lot of
what
money.
they did.
Yeah.
Wahlberg's so smart on this. Okay, what he has done, he has made a movie and a show that everyone wants to be on.
Yeah,
everyone wants to cameo on this thing. It's like they get in line to cameo on this stuff.
Did you see the list of cameos in this movie? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they don't need extras because all their extras are
actual celebrities.
Actual celebrities, right? And in sports and music and whatever it is. And the fact that they can do that makes it them able to have a second, and a third movie because they got all they have to do is make a 2-hour show of the regular shows.
Look, if it makes 150 million, it'll get done. If it breaks 100 million, they'll do another one.
Dude, just the
that's
promos
100 million.
and they got a new generation of kids want to see this stuff. You know, the show's what 7 years old.
I didn't watch it like live when it was on
A lot of
weekly
people
until season like 5 or 6. Like I didn't get into it at first because when it first started it was like 4 or 3 or something like that. I mean, I was 16. I didn't really care about TV.
You weren't MA yet.
Yeah, well, I was too young. I was too young to watch this.
My daughter goes to me. She's watching Toe Judge. She goes, you know, Vinny reminds me of Junior.
Yeah,
like,
I told her this.
Yeah, right.
I told her this.
She turns around. He goes, "Ooh." I said, no kidding, right?
Except for the complete lack of charisma.
Yeah. What, he can't get chicks like that?
No, he can. He
just doesn't.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be Vinny Chase. I mean, come on, young or old, it doesn't matter, really.
Now, no, I know a movie you're very excited for. That's Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
Is that guy Chris Pratt in it?
Yeah, exactly. Why?
It doesn't really?
Yeah, he's a star.
I had no idea.
I thought you knew that.
No, I had no idea.
He's a star.
I just threw that out there.
You know what, though? All joking aside, that's going to be one of those movies that you need to see in a movie theater because the special effects are just going to be amazing in it.
Yeah,
and to see Chris Pratt that big in front of my face.
I hope one of those things take his head right off in the movie, man. You know, you see it dangling out of the mouth and it just flicks it someplace.
He's watched way too many TVMA shows. Way too many TVMA shows.
His girlfriend and I, we rip him on Facebook every time he puts a Chris Pratt, something like that.
There's nothing wrong with Chris Pratt.
What I put the other day? The other day, you did something. Something about him, and I said, "What does he think? He's Al Pacino or something like that?" And she follows me because she don't like the guy.
Oh yeah. You guys said something about it. No, you post something. I don't even know what it was, but
Chris Pratt.
There's not a Chris
Yeah,
Pratt's a good actor.
The guy can't act, man. Talented what?
Okay.
He reads cue cards.
I will let you say that, and I will eat my words, and I will actually repeat it on Facebook and Twitter if you can name 4 movies that he was in.
I can't.
Okay, then shut up.
What was he in? Jurassic Park 1, 2, 3, and 4.
We're talking about first of all,
1, 2, 3, and 4.
I put a
was like
Facebook
10
thing
when it
I
came
put
out.
a Facebook thing about Walking Dead for the record. He comes out of left field with Chris Pratt. You're the one that said that.
But he said he
Jurassic
goes,
Park?
I got it. Jurassic 1, 2, and 3. He said he was in.
I asked because Walking Dead wasn't season 5 wasn't on demand anymore, and it was before. But I guess once the season ended, and they stopped took it off. So I was trying to find it. He comes out of left field. Oh, is it on the Chris Pratt network?
Yeah, right, that's what I said. Yeah.
Like, damn.
And what'd she say at that? She goes,
She said, "Who's Chris Pratt?"
I said, he's the next Al Pacino.
If Chris Pratt had his own network, you can be sure I will tune into that.
I like. He's good. He's fun. He's a good actor.
What
Makes you believe it.
He was on that Parks and Recreation.
Yes, he was.
What was he on before that? Was he Saturday Night Live at all?
No,
Never.
He's hosted it, but he never.
Yeah.
He hosted. Actually, I think he hosted the season premiere. By the way,
Oh, that's big time.
it's not small time. It's not season 8, or that's not episode 8 in the middle of September sometime. No, it was season premiere. Big time.
Chris Pratt, Justin Bieber.
You know what?
I got my crew. I got my crew and I stick to them.
How are you going to do? Give us a call, 215-783-1282, Sports Goombahs hotline. You know, we don't just talk sports around. We talk whatever the hell's on our brain. Not much, but
the
sometimes.
official home of the Chris Pratt fan club.
Yeah, Chris Pratt fan club. That's where it happens right here.
Vice president, president, and treasurer.
I gotta get a voodoo doll for him. You know, they probably have a doll. You have a doll for him?
Oh, they definitely have an action figure for him now that Jurassic Park's out.
Yeah.
I don't think the action figures for him. Probably.
I hope
they're going. That's where these movies make $300 million.
Do you know how many kids are going to be taking Chris Pratt lunch boxes to school soon?
Exactly. That's where the money's in the marketing, baby.
The kids actually carry lunch boxes.
You know,
I don't know.
Make it. You know, when George Lucas made Star Wars, and not this is just he didn't want like what I could. He didn't want like all this money, all this. He said, just give me the royalties. I want to make toys. And they're like, what? He goes, if I can make the royalties off of that, I want all that. I want to own all that. And they're like, and these companies thought Fox thought they were getting a great deal. Oh, okay. Here, he made more money off of all the freaking toys and stuff.
That's everything.
Same thing like Kiss did. They hoarded themselves out for everything. There were dolls, lunchboxes, crazy shit.
Can we make this a new face of the Sports Goombahs? That is an official Chris Pratt action figure.
I told you.
See, what a man love thing you got for that.
Put a little Goombah shirt on him, and we'll put him. We'll buy him.
No, he wears a Goombah shirt. This thing's changed, man.
Yeah.
When you respect the show, then then you can I'll watch some of his movies. But until then, he does nothing for me, man. What value do I have of that guy?
You know what?
He's nothing.
I got an idea. I'm going to try something. See if it happens. I'm going to make it my job, and hopefully, I'm going to try to get Chris Pratt on Twitter. We got to. That's what we got to do. Get him to retweet something. # Sports Goombahs. That's it.
That's the answer to all the problems.
No, just to shut him up.
There's no way he does that. Not without a fee. Guarantee he's a fee type of guy. He's doing something he wants.
Not if he finds out you bash him on a weekly basis.
Hey.
I don't bash him. How do I bash him? I just don't think he's a good actor. That's not
Well, there you go.
You know what?
He's never seen him in anything.
I just think he's good at his job.
He's a good actor.
No, he does. He stinks. That's it. He stinks. He's not. He's no good for me, so he must stink. Then, right?
Yeah, according to you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because the same goof makes my show every week. It's my fault. I brought him up. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't even know what I was doing there when I said his name. I better go to a commercial before I, get indigestion. Here.
I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt, and I'm embarrassed for you.
That says a lot. He's turning redder than your arm.
You're embarrassed me for what? Chris Pratt crap?
Yeah. For your lack of your lack of eye.
I'm sure
talent.
I'm losing all this street cred because I ain't into Chris Pratt.
When you first brought him up, he thought he was like the Phillies catcher in the 80s, in the 90s. Oh, that was Todd Pratt. Sorry.
Two? Todd
Pratt. Where
do you get this shit? How's this stuff lay on your head?
I know.
I gotta go. I gotta regroup here. We're going into the last hour of the Sports Goombahs. We got the Wall Report coming up. Like he's over here sweating already. I'll tell you what he cares about.
Not really.
He's just
can't
shiny.
sweat. He's on shining. Like a cooking egg on his shoulder. Cash the King, Chef to Left, Brendan B. The Wall is Paul over here, and we'll be right back.
BZI Group Inc. for your individual and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI Group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800-431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
Stop paying your bookie each week and start collecting. They have the best handicappers in the world, all in one place. And their only job is to win you money. Check Jeff Brandy's and all the experts at trendbetting.com. Trend betting theory is simple. Trends dominate in sports, and you will win in the long run by following the dominant trend. You will lose in the long run if you buck the dominant trend. Simple enough. That's trendbetting.com.
Hey, yo, Cassie, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, yeah.
Speak with 24-hour emergency service and free estimates. Call 215-533-4066. That's 215-533-4066 or visit sealroofing.net.
Need an electrician? Think about adding surveillance or security to your home? Call Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151. Ask for Big Joe and tell him the Sports Goombahs sent you. That's 215-400-1151. They're the #1 electric installer in the Delaware Valley. Guaranteed customer satisfaction. That's Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151.
Looking for insurance? Get the coverage you deserve at a cost you can afford. Call Stefano Terra, Farmers Insurance Agency, 215-987-3734. They specialize in life, auto, business, homeowners, and more. Call the agent you can count on. Stefano Torres, Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Or stop in their Northeast location at 1120 Cobbin Avenue. That's Stefano Torres, Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Sports Goombahs, Cash the King here. Got D Chef to D left. Oh, Paul to my right. Hatterberg? Hatterberg was Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love that movie. He's the first baseman, right?
He was. Catch return first baseman.
Oh, man, I didn't know
He's
that.
in Zero Dark 30. He was one of the guys.
I thought he was in Zero Dark 30. That was him. Oh, man, I like that dude.
We had him on a high note. Don't start making more movies that he can make fun of. So
I make
he
fun.
likes
He
Moneyball.
was good in that. Moneyball. He was good in Moneyball.
What?
He was good in Zero Dark 30.
I just assumed he didn't see it. Sorry.
What? I saw both, man. Yeah.
No, Moneyball, of course you saw. As any man should have seen Moneyball. I just assumed you didn't see Zero Dark 30.
Yeah, I saw that. I was always into that.
I didn't see Zero Dark 30.
You didn't?
No.
How do you not see it? You didn't see a Chris Pratt movie? Oh.
Is there a reason why?
Wasn't it like 3 hours long or something like that?
It was long, man.
I don't think it was that long. No, it was great in that. Our Mr. Soprano himself was Leon Panetta. He was awesome in that. He was awesome.
Who the hell is that?
What? Leon Panetta or Tony Soprano?
James Gandolfini.
Gandolfini was in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't see that movie, man?
No, I didn't see it.
Well, make it your business.
I'm still trying to see Wolf of Wall Street. I'm gonna get around to it.
Every time you say that, it makes me.
I'm gonna get around to it. I swear.
always catch it. It's not like I always catch
it's on
it.
Netflix.
It's not. I don't have Netflix, but
Come on.
I
invest the $7.99.
I'm not worried about
It's on cable all day long. Each one. Showtime. They all
I just catch it at the wrong time.
I cancel the premiere channels. It's actually like $80 a month.
Get a better job.
I don't watch enough TV for that. Obviously, how many movies have you listed I never saw?
Oh, too many, man. Too many. Well, you're a book reader. You understand that.
When did I come off as a book reader?
So watching NHL this week, man, I'll tell you, we talk about it every year at this time. It's almost like a joke to how good hockey is in the playoffs. Those all the overtime games.
Oh my God.
Anaheim Duck game, the Duck
whole series.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, it could have went either way a couple of times.
Yeah,
I was a little disappointed, like the game 7, but it was still. It still had its moments.
It's almost like Getzlaff was on the take, man. He decided, I give you some cash. I
think Anaheim just was it me or did it just seem like they were worn out? The conditioning was better. And man, half those guys were.
Yeah, but they came out sluggish, man. But they made a little comeback in the third period, and then they lost. They couldn't play defense. That was the whole problem. But yeah, it's incredible the change in hockey as the playoffs get. It's like the players kick it up a notch, and their talent gets so much better as they're the best teams in hockey. There's a reason why they're up there, but the play itself is so much better. The referees back off a little bit, which is always good. And if the referees back off, it seems to be that there's less fighting or less of that. They play hockey, you know what I mean? Because they know they can they can do what they need to do.
Because when let's face it, when they're clutching and grabbing and you keep calling it, let the guys fight through it. But if you don't, all the shitty calls that I'm going to say shitty, but all the nitpicking that was going on in the beginning of the season in particular, that they let slide in the playoffs. Like just let them play, and the frustration factor isn't there where you get pissed off like. The refs are against it. Whether or not they are, it doesn't matter. It's the frustration factor.
And most of all, the goaltending was out. And even in the games where there was 5 goals, it was so great goaltending on them.
Because we're getting like 70 shots a game.
I'm disappointed in the Rangers how they came out in Game 7. I really didn't think Tampa Bay was going to go into New York and win that game. I thought the Rangers were going to go to the Cup and play. I said Rangers Chicago back in the day.
Yeah, you did.
And that's what I thought. And they just came out there. Where was Nash? Was he injured? I didn't hear his name. It's just like it wasn't even in the.
I take the irony of it.
He got him there.
Martin St. Louis leaves there to go to Rangers, and the Tampa Bay goes. Just goes to show you. It's not. It's the system, and like Mikey was saying. He was saying something earlier about the teams that the good teams that rebuild and all that. This was one of those things. He picked Tampa. I don't even think you knew. Did you research it? The fact that this was one of those teams that changed their style of play to compete and skate. Right. And we had mentioned it at the beginning of the playoffs. Like there are exciting teams out there that play this, and this is where we wanted to see our Flyers go, and this is where
Tampa Bay played West Coast hockey this year, and they showed it against the Rangers, who played defensive hockey, got the goals, depending on a goaltender, and they couldn't score enough goals. Yeah. Bottom line, they got the goal. Even though Henrik, it doesn't look like he did well because they didn't win, he still played real well in that. He played well enough to win a cup. That's how good he played. But you got to score. In this culture of hockey where the West is taking over, the play in the West is taking over. It's better hockey. And Chicago plays that middle grade. They can go both ways. They can play your 2-1 game, or you want to open up and have a 6-5 game. They're right there with you too, because they got 3 good lines and maybe 4 good lines at this point. 4 good lines. Yeah, it's a good hockey team. They're coaches. They're well coached, man.
You called it though. You in particular when they got hurt and they were like hurting right there in the middle. They were smart. I mean, they picked up a couple players. Right. They didn't go crazy and buy the farm. They like teaming in, like a player like teaming in, who can help you.
Well, you got guys with smarts. They didn't have to be the most talented. They got guys, veteran players who can keep this team afloat until they got healthy. It's a smart organization, and quite frankly, they got a coach who's dedicated. And that's why this team's been going to the Stanley Cup 3 of the last 5 years. I mean, bottom line, that's it.
I look at Mariana Hossa. I mean, look at this guy. 6 and 8 years or 5 and 8 years. I mean, there's a guy. Just put him on any freaking team you want, and he just knows how to get there.
Reminds me, who's the guy that played for the Niners and the Cowboys who got into fight? The defensive lineman. What was his name? The Cowboys. He played defense. Nah, he's defensive. He played for Niners, Super Bowls, and he went to Dallas and won them all there too. He had 5 rings. I can't remember. I have to look him up.
I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of it.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, if you just look up 5-ring Super Bowl, he comes right up on top of it. I think who else has 5 Super Bowl rings?
No.
Brady's got 4. Montana's 4. I don't get off track. What was it?
It was part of my note. 5 Stanley Cup Finals in 8 years.
For who?
For Hossa. Yeah. I mean, I had it in my notes.
Wait, he's won 5? No.
Charles Haley.
Charles Haley. That's it. Yeah.
2 the Niners.
Playing his 5th. I think he has 3 or 4, but he's playing in his 5th.
He got Detroit Stanley Cups, right? Got a couple for Detroit, I think.
He got the Blackhawk. Pittsburgh was one.
He was a Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh Stanley Cup.
That's not far. Yeah. Oh. Pittsburgh, Detroit, and Blackhawks. Yeah.
Yeah.
3. This will be 4 if he gets it.
He's a winner. He's a winner type player. What are you gonna do? Not too many like that. But once again, the teams that in the last, what we have: Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston, Pittsburgh, the usual suspects at the top of the run.
Before we jump around, but that while you're on the Rangers, remember what's his name, Matt Zuccarello, when he got that injury? Did you see what it was?
No.
He just had they just talked about. He got hit in the head, like when they were fighting for positioning a puck, and he kind of went off the ice all woozy. Well, it turns out he got struck in the head with the puck, left the game, never returned, and they just said upper body injury. So everybody assumed he had a concussion. Here he had a skull fracture and a blood clot on his brain. He couldn't talk. He had to go to speech therapy.
Did he play the third period?
No, he wanted to. That's his problem, These hockey players, man. And it's just crazy. I mean, he ended up having that. It's just one of those freak things. I mean, right in the right spot at the right time. It got under his helmet. I think it was the back of his head.
I think Tampa Bay is outmatched here.
Really?
I think it could go 6 games. I wouldn't be surprised it went 5 and Tampa Bay managed 1. I really think that Chicago, I think they're outmanned here line-wise and matchup-wise. I think it's a bad matchup for Tampa Bay.
I agree that it's 6 games. It's a 6-game cup. I think it's before the 2. I think you're right. I think it's the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
I do agree with you taking them for the whole series. Mikey's obviously taking Tampa Bay. Go Lightning.
And for what reason?
They got pretty uniforms, Chef.
You already know why.
I forget.
Because I've been on the bandwagon for about 7-8 years.
The Tampa Bay bandwagon.
Yeah.
We got one
before they won their last cup. I've been all in.
Yeah.
Crazy fan. Die hard. When they lose,
he's a closet. Lightning.
I wonder what Mikey Wall. What's a Mikey Wall diehard? What's that
when they lose, I don't even eat. I can't sleep.
Yeah, I feel you, my man.
Not just good. I mean, what was the reason again? You just picked them just because it looked like a team for the odds?
It's warm there. It's warm in Tampa Bay.
Because I'm
headed down there.
That's exactly where I'm going.
Tampa Bay.
Oh God, really?
I might actually go to check out a game. Actually,
yeah. Well, you can't because they're thrown away. Well, you got to wear your Lightning jersey because they're not letting the Blackhawks fans down. They're moving their seats.
Can you do that?
They're moving their seats. I heard them talking about it.
You can't do that.
I'm telling you, they want to look good on national TV.
Well, you physically can't do that.
What are they doing?
They're trying to move the Chicago fan seats that bought this. They're juggling all. I heard bits and pieces.
How do you move a seat?
Moving them out. They want to fill up the lower ring with the.
Yeah, but you physically can't do that.
Yeah, they put white shirts on everybody anyway. That's how they do it. Everybody
we don't have to wear a shirt.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
But if I buy a ticket for $100 to sit here and you say no, you're actually because you don't root for the same team. We're gonna move you.
That's
I'm
bullshit.
just what I was hearing on the radio.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's what radio was that? Was that Buffalo radio?
My internet's stuck again, so.
It's stuck again. I called Fios, man. They told us that they boosted up the whole
mistake number one.
Yeah,
going with Fios.
Yeah, why?
They suck.
I have Fios and it's great.
Yeah, but the internet here.
I never had Fios.
They said, well, I have a bunch of computers. I need the 75. Oh yeah, we'll boost you up. Meanwhile, everything's running slow. You can't get on. You're done.
What do you got? What do you get? You don't have the quantum?
I don't know what the hell I have. I got whatever. I just whatever they did. They boosted me up. They sent me a new router over there.
Phenomenally.
You are?
Yeah.
It's a shitty computer over there.
Might be that shitty computer.
Yeah. I think it's a shitty computer.
Yeah. Everything else is running good here. Yeah, it's a shitty computer, man. You have me all hyped up on Fios. I'm gonna cut the show off and call him right now.
I'm gonna cut out. You're not gonna turn the show off. Just call him right now anyway.
Don't worry about the wall. Don't worry about the wall report.
No, he's all worried. No, I said we're not gonna get to it.
No, I just want to hear you call him on the air
right now. You want to call Comcast right? Fios right now. Call him up right now. You want to waste half the show talking to?
Hold on, I think I can get.
You want to waste half the show on hold?
Get on the Neighbors Lake network. Hold on.
Actually, you probably get them good late night because there's not too many people calling in. Although my box upstairs is messed up too. It's tracking. It's choppy. The whole thing. My high definition box. I gotta call them up, man.
Your life's not in order right now.
I know, man. The bed don't
Can't
work.
Sleep,
Comcast
TV.
TVs, nothing's going good. Except the wall report.
Yeah, that's the one highlight you still have going for you.
Yeah, we got that going for us. So anyway, the NHL is doing what it does. It's entertaining. Mm-hmm. The Stanley Cup Series is going to be great. I mean, 2 or 3 games going to overtime. Phil Micheletti or whatever he'll have an orgasm on the show. And who's the other guy? Doc Emmerich. The whole.
What
crew.
I do like.
What the hell? They guys don't shut the hell up, man. The entire game just ranting and beefing about bullshit. I mean, history on a player as he's skating down. Emmerich's giving the history of the player as he's going into the net.
2-time devil, 1-time Ranger. Yeah. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like
2-time devil, 1-time Ranger, 1-time Vezina Trophy runner-up champion.
Passes to his winger on the left of former Boston University graduate and turned Penguin.
See,
I'm like, what?
Cash is just mad because they actually know something about the guy. They're not just throwing random facts.
I don't need to know that shit. I need to know you put the puck in the fucking net.
Would you be like, okay, Ryan Howard up the bat, like his high school team was this? And,
no, he's too busy saying Chip Kelly 20 wins for a season most of all time. That's what he's too busy saying.
Point being, I got a stat wrong.
Ooh, hashtag mean mugging face there.
No, I'm just saying. You're mad because the guy knows facts about a guy.
No, I'm not. No, see, you're taking it out. You're not even talking. This is every play. When you see what B just showed you, I don't mind a guy telling me it's nonstop.
You know why? Because it's hockey. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's hockey.
Killing me, man. He's killing me. He's killing the whole source.
It's killing. I don't even know what that means.
It sounds good.
Killing the whole. So did you find it? Did you even look at it? You didn't look to see.
Look at what?
Oh, I thought you were looking up when I said it. You were typing. I was wondering
I don't know
about the tickets.
Oh no, yeah, I did. And there's absolutely nothing whatsoever on that. The only thing I found was that a Red Wings fan was arrested for arson at a Lightning game. That's serious. That's literally the only thing I found. I just typed in like Lightning.
What do you wait an octopus on fire and toss it on the ice or something like that?
No.
You know what that is? The octopus.
It's a Red Wings thing, yeah. For a hat trick.
I never understood that, man.
I don't get it either.
What's the thing with the octopus?
I actually heard a story about that too. Believe it or not,
I don't know.
There's like a section of people.
They come in with octopus
and they rotate. Like they know it's like, okay, it's your turn to bring the octopus. I actually did that. I have my one hockey fact of the day.
Wait,
the rat. Remember the rat in Florida?
Yeah, what they got? No, that's Tampa Bay. Oh, it's your right, Florida. What do they put the octopuses out of Lake Michigan?
No, they're saltwater animals.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right.
Freshwater lakes, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah.
I know about my lakes. I can't get my bed right. You want me to know about lakes?
I had to brush up on my octopi natural habitat. So you guys, they're saltwater. The saltwater. I don't know.
Yes.
That's my hockey report there. You know, we'll talk next week when Mike's not here.
You get all the hockey at your system next week.
Yeah, we'll get somebody in this. We'll put a hockey guy in the seat, I think.
Good luck finding one.
What are you gonna do? So the NHL is there. The NBA is rocking and rolling. We got the LeBron against Golden State. You know, all the playoffs are rocking. And, baseball's just trucking along. Baseball's doing nothing for me right now. You're watching the games. It's really, you know, I haven't had a no-hitter yet this year.
Every last couple of years we've been getting like 6 a year.
Yeah, this year no hitters. I mean, we always get a couple guys flirting with it. A 1/9 inning blow. After you do that on a 9th inning. But baseball has the home runs aren't going out. There's no
home runs are up.
Yeah, but there's no stat killer right now. There's nobody really looking to, you know.
Bryce Harper, I think, has like 18 or something.
That's not a lot for right now, though. I mean, for a guy going for a home run title, usually
no one's going to go for it. That's never going to happen.
Yeah, guys in the 20s, you know, you have like, you know.
Those days are long gone of the home run chases because we're literally officially a third of the way there.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
So
baseball.
If you have 18 times by 3, you're 50, you know, mid-50s.
You know, I guess what I'm getting at, there's no watch. There's nothing to watch.
It's not steroid good.
It's not steroid good, but it's good.
I guess what you're just watching is
a fourth outfielder to steroid era.
It's protein shake good. That's all.
What you're looking at is, I guess, A-Rod, how many home runs he's going to keep whacking to get to where he's trying to go. And that's it. Other than that, what are you watching? Waiting for Pete Rose to come back? When are they going to announce him coming back?
That's just, don't get me wrong.
Baseball doesn't have any, there's no, how to put it this way. There's no excitement in baseball right now. You know, they're just playing out who's going to, you know, the positioning for the play. There's no.
It's positioning until they start making a trade. It's just game until they start making the trades again.
I'm talking about there's no excitement in baseball. There's not the player out there that, you know, there's usually somebody out there that everybody's focused on every year, whether it's a rookie or.
Personally, I'm focused on Bartolo Colon.
Yeah, well, because he's amazing.
And how many wins a guy who weighs 300 pounds can weigh?
And he's been in the league for 30 years, you know?
Let's say, quick poll, by the way. When did Bartolo Colon debut? I want to hear what you think.
I'm trying to think who he played for. Was he?
When or what team?
I know what team. Where? When?
1991.
Not that long ago.
91, 92?
Not that old.
Was he Cleveland?
He debuted in 97.
Cleveland, right?
No, Montreal Expos, right?
No, he debuted in Cleveland, yeah.
Cleveland? Huh.
Tell me what.
He's on the Expos?
91. He's been in the league for 20, 45 years. 97 is still a long time ago. Keep in mind. We're getting to the point now that is 20 years ago. Yeah. He got it was a horrible deadline deal with the Expos.
Yeah,
they traded away Sizemore and Brandon Phillips and Cliff Lee.
I remember that as
that was bad. It was a horrible trade actually.
Bartolo Colon.
It was a Bartolo Colon.
He's lasted the weekends. That's it. He's there. He might be the oldest player in baseball right now, right?
Did you just segue note, like oldest player? Did you see the last living player on the Cubs World Series appearance team just died? He was 98 years old.
When did they make the World Series last?
Like 47, 48. So this guy was 98 years old. He was the last living. When you think about our drought here in Philly, it can't be that bad.
We don't have a drought. What drought here? World Series drought?
No.
We're within 10 years we had a World Series.
I know.
So there's no drought here compared to other cities.
Exactly. That's what I just said. There's people bitching and moaning because you yourself have said it. You had that taste of the good life of being a good team for the longest time.
Now, there's a difference between bitching and moaning about having championship and not having one for 40 some odd years of anything. You know, we don't compare ourselves
like the Eagles.
to Cleveland. You know, What Cleveland's had, Eagles? Well, they'll have a Super Bowl. They've had a championship in 40 years. Oh no, maybe it's more than 40 now.
It's more than that.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's all bullshit. It's what happens tomorrow. You know what I mean? Right, Mike? It's what happens tomorrow.
Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I've been saying.
History.
And Cologne's the second oldest.
Who's the first oldest?
LaTroy Hawkins. Exactly.
He's in good company.
LaTroy Hawkins.
What the hell? Who the hell does he play
He
for?
plays for the Miami Hurricanes.
The Rockies.
Really?
Yeah. You don't know LaTroy Hawkins?
No.
Oh, how do you know? How do you not know LaTroy Hawkins? Even I didn't know who he was. LaTroy Hawkins. Pulling stuff out of the paper there. All right, let's take a break, and when we come back,
he debuted in '95.
We'll have the most exciting part of the show. Get ready. Cashy King, Chef Left, Brendan B. Like the wall, preparing for the Wall Report, which is coming up soon as we come back. Sports Goombahs. We'll be right back.
BZI Group Inc. for your individual and small group health insurance needs. BZI offers free instant online insurance quotes and applications from major health insurance carriers. The BZI Group is dedicated to a no-nonsense approach to health insurance. They focus on giving you the insurance you need in a timely and cooperative manner. Whether you're looking for individual and family, group, seniors, life, or long-term coverage, BZI can help. For additional information or to speak with an insurance expert, call 1-800-431-4834 or email them at www.bzigroup.com.
Stop paying your bookie each week and start collecting. They have the best handicappers in the world, all in one place. And their only job is to win you money. Check Jeff Brandy's and all the experts at trendbetting.com. Trend betting theory is simple. Trends dominate in sports, and you will win in the long run by following the dominant trend. You will lose in the long run if you buck the dominant trend. Simple enough. That's trendbetting.com.
Hey, yo, Cassie, what are you doing?
I got plumbing problems here. I can't get the water to go down the drain. What am I going to do?
Call Guaranteed Plumbing, 215-342-7200 for all your plumbing needs. Serving the Philadelphia area and the greater Delaware Valley.
What was that phone number again?
215-342-7200.
Oh, yeah, oh.
Speak with 24-hour emergency service and free estimates. Call 215-533-4066. That's 215-533-4066 or visit sealroofing.net.
Need an electrician? Think about adding surveillance or security to your home? Call Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151. Ask for Big Joe and tell him the Sports Goombahs sent you. That's 215-400-1151. They're the #1 electric installer in the Delaware Valley. Guaranteed customer satisfaction. That's Beacon Systems at 215-400-1151.
Insurance? Get the coverage you deserve at a cost you can afford. Call Stefano Turra, Farmers Insurance Agency, at 215-987-3734. They specialize in life, auto, business, homeowners, and more. Call the agent you can count on. Stefano Turra's Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Or stop in their Northeast location at 1120 Cobbin Avenue. That's Stefano Turra's Farmers Insurance, 215-987-3734. Now, the Wall Report.
Yes, it is time for everybody's favorite segment, except Cashy's. It's the Wall Report, folks.
No, that's not true, man.
Eat it up this week, and next week's is the Chef Report.
Oh, no.
Let's see
what you got cooking, Chef? Oh, we're already planning.
Let's see what
He'll come through the top 40 Star Wars subplots next week, starring Brendan.
Well, definitely not doing that. No. Star Trek.
We'll kick things off with something we've all been waiting for. It's the debut. We finally got the debut. Not any big prospect, not anything. It's the debut of Caitlyn Jenner, folks. I'm sure you've all seen that.
You know what? I wasn't going to talk about that. I saw it today. And
you knew I had to.
You know what? To me, I don't get it. I mean, the wool's being pulled over somebody's eyes in this thing, man. Somehow, some way. There's no way this is going. This has got to be some kind of spoof going on here.
I don't even know what to think at this point.
Me neither. To me, I'm looking at this thing. Now they got him on a cover. What, Vanity, dressed as a woman?
Yeah, man.
I mean, he made in 3 weeks. He's made a whole change.
I thought it was Jessica Lange at first with a bad face,
bad bulge
job. You know, I really did. I'm like, what the hell? But
So did he get a boob job?
He's got boobs now.
Is that him?
I don't know if that was like
Is
body
that
double
him, or
or
is that just a airbrushed picture of him? I don't know. Is that what he looks like right now?
Looks like he had boobs.
2 weeks ago, he didn't look like that.
Whatever.
Yeah, when we had the interview with who
yeah.
was it? With Katie Couric? I don't know who the hell it was, but Diane Sawyer.
Okay, that was like what? How long ago?
You know what?
Breast implants,
You know what?
maybe?
It's become freaky science fiction shit now. Okay,
it is. It's just weird.
Between the whole Kardashian bullshit and this guy, what goes on in that family, and the whole, it's like Frankenstein.
That's right.
over
When
there.
Kim Kardashian's pregnant and we don't know about it, it takes second fiddle to that.
It was headline news though.
Yeah. Well, she's pregnant again?
Oh yeah.
Hey, he didn't know.
Now we have Southwest. We go and join the family.
Meanwhile, she's trying to trump the old man because now he's on Vanity. Now she's gonna be pregnant. It's mad science and shit going over there at that place.
I'll say this. I really, either way, if that's what you want to do, fine. I'm happy with that. That's fine. Do what you got to do. But here's the thing.
I think this is the one thing you can't change.
Yeah.
You can change anything you want in the world. You can change your style.
If you want to do that,
change
then fine.
your gender.
But like, don't like when I do stuff, I don't make it people's business. When you go out and you do this and you make it other people's business, that's the problem. You're giving them like it's the reverse thing of Chip Kelly. He shuts it down when they try to go after him. People want to be supportive, all that. That's fine. But here's the thing: why didn't you just go out and get photographed in public instead of posing for a cover? If publicity is not what you were looking for,
as our boy would say,
exactly. So, and here's
more on that later.
Here's the problem: I'm sitting there looking at it, going, How does this help that kid who's confused at 16 years old in Ohio that's having a problem with himself?
This helps.
And that's what I mean. He doesn't have the millions of dollars and the Vanity Fair
cover. The bottom line is this guy is going to have a reality show in a couple of weeks. You're going to watch the life of this clown, this Frankenstein shit that's going on here. And we're all going to be tuning in on it because it's so damn freaky.
Yeah,
we got to watch.
I got to show you that. None of us will be watching.
Yahoo every 5 minutes. Yahoo is the official Kardashian Jenner website. But they're both are. Even if you put on Yahoo right now, you'll see there'll be something on these people. Constantly.
Well, I went on Facebook at one point, and literally 7 straight posts were just the picture of Vanity Fair.
Yeah, it's all over. Yeah,
I think that's great. This is what we're doing now. This is headline news. An old man becomes an old woman.
That's my whole point. Like, I don't see if you want to do that.
Drag King Frankenstein.
Go to support groups and talk to kids at that age that are confused.
It's not even about
and show
that.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Just go and show them. Well, how has it been hard for you? That's fine. I understand that. It's not. I don't have a problem with what he did. I have a problem with what he's doing to like. It's like glorifying. Not even that. He's looking for like all this attention for what? It doesn't matter. If it really doesn't matter, the only opinion in the world that matters about yourself is yours.
We are stupid enough to give it to him, and that's
now,
why he's doing it.
I hate to burst your bubble of who cares and not who cares, but it's not for the kids of looking up for a mentor. He's going to receive an ESPY award. He's actually receiving the Arthur Ashe Courage Award because he had the courage to.
Oh, gee, what a surprise, ESPN! You know what I mean? You can't get the racial thing going. You might as well go to gender. You know what's the difference? That
is a good point. I didn't think about it. ESPN needs some kind of cut of this.
Yeah, right.
How can we incorporate a guy who's not an athlete anymore?
Yeah.
And get him on our show. Ooh, we have a courage award. He's courageous for becoming a woman.
I mean, he's gonna go walk up there, and all these athletes will be sitting looking at him. I'm like, what?
In his heels and his nice flowing dress.
It's too freaking freaky. it's too Frankenstein for me.
Have you heard his voice recently since he's become a full? Is it high, or is it Bruce? Is it
in the interview?
It's Bruce.
It was normal.
It was Bruce.
But also in the interview he did
called him Bruce now.
in the interview he didn't have boobs though, and he wasn't a full-fledged Caitlyn as he is now. So now when he gets his acceptance speech for this award, is he going to be Hey, I'm Bruce, and this is
and you're going to see, and you're going to see everybody give it because he was a decathlon winner.
He'll get a standing
ovation, and all these.
He's such
all the fraud, all the frauding that's going to go on.
You will hear the word inspiration. You will hear the word courageous.
Yeah, Arthur Ashe got up out of his grave and threw up all over the.
How do you think he feels? How do you think he feels, or his children, his aunts, or his relatives feel being associated with this?
I can't believe what goes on, man. I can't believe what's so important to this world. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm sorry. I'll try to bring it back down to reality.
There's no reality. Where's the reality at?
Anyway,
go away. That's the reality. Just
yesterday, Joey Votto, it was 3-2 game, bottom 7. Joey Votto got a walk. The Reds scored 6 runs and they won the game. The walk was he walked on 3 pitches, Mitch.
Yeah, what happened with that?
He walked on 3.
I saw that.
No, I don't. It was 2-2 count. Yeah. It all said it.
How come they didn't bring it back?
I don't know. Nobody called it.
How come nobody even challenged it?
I watched the game cast of it. They did. Even the announcers were just like, okay, yeah, and he walks him. Nobody ever called him out on it.
It doesn't get called down.
And they went around and scored 6 runs after that.
Yeah, they
won the game.
And they didn't come from the booth down to the
nobody. And it's funny because the camera cuts to the. Who's they're playing? The Nationals. They cut to the Nationals bench right after the walk. And I guess because they're like, okay, well, the cameraman, I guess, was like, okay, let's see what the reaction is. Let's check on the card. Okay. But the next guy goes, go lefty. Like, nobody, there was no reaction of like, hey, wait a second.
That proves my point. You need to pay attention.
There's no focus going on down there.
That's what I said earlier, right?
Like, you
think too busy tweeting about Bruce Jenner.
You think the announcers would at least will caught on because they have the graphic at least in front of them.
Right.
No, 3-pitch walk. And keep in mind we're encompassing 2 weeks worth of wall reports because I was at home. I did my own wall report to myself.
Should I go to the bathroom?
Just because I wanted to. I had to do it to myself.
What'd you do in the mirror?
Yeah, in the mirror. I looked right in the mirror. Had a microphone. I was gonna record and send it to you. But
find this guy.
Dodgers fan Bobby Crosby. He videotaped himself catching a home run ball. I don't know if you saw this video. And it's not just a cell phone video. He has a legit camera, handheld camera, and he was recording the pitch. Ball gets hit, comes right to him, and he catches the home run. Pretty cool, right?
What, GoPro in his glove?
It was a handheld camera, like a 2002.
In the field.
Yeah, and in the first row of the outfield, which sounds cool, correct? They did it again 2 weeks later. He did 2 of them, caught 2 with the camera on him. The Dodgers game. He caught 2 home run balls. I haven't caught 1 ball my entire life.
So let me ask you.
He caught 2 in 2 weeks while videotaping himself.
I don't get that. I've never called him, but we went to the game and I just knew about the extra security now. You have to walk through.
That's Wives' thing. He had a whole
how the hell do you get camera in with a camera like that? I
saw the video, his catch video before I saw the video, like the network video. So
you would think you'd be just another cameraman.
I thought it was like a cell phone video, but then they cut to him, and he's got a full-fledged it's a handheld camera with a flip screen, and he got that. He got that in the stadium. He caught 2 balls.
How the hell they made my wife and daughter.
He didn't have to push any old ladies out of the way, though.
Somebody's letting them in with that.
If he pushed any old ladies, I would have loved it, but he didn't. He caught it legit. The Marlins hosted their annual fish and chips event. Fish and chips. It's the Marlins are fish, and they play poker. It's a charity celebrity thing. Fans pay $100 to come drink and gamble with the players, and it's a great event. Except the fact that no player showed up, not one.
What a surprise!
They don't have to. It's not like their thing, but they're encouraged to come in for the event, and it just didn't show up. None of them, 0. I would be irate at that, considering I paid $100 to hang out with them, but no, didn't show up.
Funny.
Now we saw the video. I don't know if you saw the video. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys the Arizona State outfielder getting hit by a pitch and he catching the ball, tossing it back. Right. 3 days later, happened again.
Same guy?
Not same guy. An Orioles prospect, Daryl Alvarez in AA got plunked in the back. Did the old same thing. Caught it, tossed it back.
It's almost like it's a move.
It's like a new thing now.
It's a move. If you can get it, that's ESPN worthy.
Yeah, he got him on. That's where I saw it from.
YouTube, ESPN. It's not what you do; it's what you can put on.
So now, if you're gonna take that, you don't dip the elbow in. You just get the hand out, get that catch. Now we now know who Daryl Alvarez is.
That's right. That's what it takes.
There you go. This was a funny one. Actually, not really funny for some people, but a fan found Andrew McCutcheon's pay stub. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yeah, I saw
on a tour of Wrigley Field. Now, if you look at the breakdown of some of this, I mean, he made $820,000 pre-tax. We bitch about our jobs. Oh, we get taxes. He had $820 pre-tax. He only cleared $427, which is obviously more than we'll ever make in our lifetime. But the man had almost $400,000 taken out in one paycheck. That's $400,000.
That's our government.
Who gets that money? Where's that going? Who's paying for that? Is that going to the same people who take the NFL fines?
What's interesting? No, this goes to the people who don't want to work and get free government welfare.
Damn
stuff. If you look at the breakdowns of it, shows where his taxes are going. He has to pay taxes in every city he played in. So when on his 2 weeks pay, he played in Florida. He played in Missouri, he played Chicago, St. Louis, Philadelphia. So he had to pay taxes in each one of their cities. So we think it's all
4% city wage tax.
We think it's all fun and games, they're all millionaires. Well,
they're half a millionaires.
He lost half his check. He signed a $51 million. He signed a $51 million
deal. Still a dough, bro.
Oh, of course.
How many weeks are in a season? So
I'm saying, I mean, I complain because I don't live in Philadelphia, but I work in Philadelphia. I got to pay the Philly wage tax.
Yeah.
He played Philly, St. Louis. He played Chicago. Yeah. So they're getting hit too. They're not the only one. We're not the only ones. We have something to bitch about. But that's, just to see those physical numbers, like, hey, it says this money has been deposited in your account. $420,000.
That's just funny. You sit there and you bitch about it like I live in the suburb.
Took $400 out this week.
And you're in a suburb of Philly, but when you live in like California and you're paying Philly city wage tax,
and you got every right to be paying Miami city wage tax.
That's a lot of paperwork, man. That's accounting work. Oh boy, no wonder they have no control of their money.
They get paid money. Hard Knocks made their decision.
Yeah,
and it's as boring as you could have possibly been. The Houston Texans. I can't think of what storyline. I mean,
J.J. Watts?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he'll be the star.
That's why they're there.
It has to be.
Yep.
They don't have a. I guess that'll be the subplot is who is the quarterback.
Yeah.
Because they don't have one.
Well, who's running back there now?
Arian Foster.
Yeah, well, they got some players. I mean,
yeah, but
they're a disappointment. They were.
They came back and they were like a one game out of the playoffs. But
yeah.
I mean, they're Bill O'Brien or Bill O'Brien. I forget his name. Yeah. Bill O'Brien. It's not like a.
Who was their quarterback last year?
It was a hybrid of Fitzpatrick and Mallet and
before that,
Schaub.
Four, right?
No, they had three quarter. I think there was three quarterbacks last year for them. But who was originally? That was what's his name?
It was originally Matt Schaub was like the guy, but it was
Carr was there a few years prior to that. Right?
Carr was there in like 2005, the inaugural season. Yeah,
Jeez.
He was their first ever draft pick.
No, who was quarterbacking like 3 years ago? They had somebody.
Matt Schaub.
That was Schaub. Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I mean, it came down. They said the final three came down to Buffalo, Washington, and
imagine.
Yeah, of course. Oh, Rex was probably.
Yeah,
he was probably pulling a FIFA. He was probably trying to bribe his way in there.
He had Rex 1 year.
Yeah, of course. Like 2 years ago.
You're not going to do twice on them.
No, but he wanted it so bad. He wanted it so bad.
He's got nothing going on.
But honestly, I would have rather watched Buffalo.
Yeah, because you want to see the train wreck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. LaShawn and all. Yeah, man.
LaShawn. Yeah, I don't like white people.
He doesn't like white people. He just doesn't like Chip.
Yeah.
Because Chip hates black people.
No, he never said that.
No, I know he didn't say that. He just said he just releases a certain type of player. The good black ones.
The good black ones, yeah. Well, not the bad black ones, just the good black ones.
Here's our weekly Michael Sam update. He is signed with the Montreal Alouettes, CFL. So he's now the first. He's not the first openly gay NFL player. He's the first openly gay CFL player, though. He's making waves. He'll be the first openly gay arena player next year.
Yeah, he's history.
He just keeps going on the circuit.
The first openly gay player on Dancing with the Stars.
That can't be true, right?
Openly gay athlete on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah.
Oh, maybe first openly gay athlete.
Well, everything's athlete with him.
Well, it can't be a first openly gay person on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh no.
I'm assuming it's like every month there's another gay person.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
You're the big Dancing with the Stars fan.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're the sweepy on your feet, aren't you?
Huh? I love how
we used to call him Brendan Butterfly.
I just put that on you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, a little twister, buddy. There.
Well, I don't mind the geek mantle, Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, whatever, but I don't watch Dancing with the Stars. I know that.
Oh, you're no fun.
Prude.
Couple of not too fun news. I don't know if you saw this. It's pretty sick. The former Notre Dame linebacker and now former Bengal linebacker, Prince Shembo, he viciously beat and murdered his ex-girlfriend's puppy. I don't know how a human being could do that. He got cut. He's out of the league. He's done. Puppy. A Yorkie.
Whoa,
yeah.
Yorkie.
Exactly. I got a little half Yorkie, half poodle. I couldn't imagine I feel bad when I have to punish him for pooping in the.
You beat a Yorkie. How do you beat a Yorkie?
That's what I said. See, and that's
first of all, how long does it take to beat a Yorkie?
First of all, his
6
mood,
pounds.
His mood has changed. First it was ha 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 ha, thank God.
Yeah,
he was thinking,
Then
he was
no,
thinking
no,
Pitbull.
Oh, it's just I agree. If it was a big Rottweiler,
No, first of all, I'm a doggy guy. I wouldn't
I
be
know.
any dog, but Yorkie. Come on,
yeah,
man.
exactly. So cute and little.
Freaking. What do you use?
They're not even dogs.
His
They're
hands,
stuffed animals.
His hands and legs. He kicked them and punched them, and they listed the injuries the little guy had. It was so sad.
Oh my God, sick.
That's and then I mean I had a discussion with a couple of friends of mine of whether it's worse than Vic. I think that's a billion times worse than Vic.
At least you're letting the dogs duke it out. Yeah, it's right.
Yeah,
I
makes
mean,
it
like
better.
it's dog on dog crime. It's not.
Dog
It's not.
But Vic wasn't.
I'm not making light of it. I love dogs.
But Vic wasn't personally strangling them to death.
No, exactly.
And at least they were big, giant dogs who might have defended themselves and eaten you. But
Yeah.
to get a 6-pound dog,
He's got to go, that dude.
pummeling it.
No
From
way.
Notre Dame's a Catholic boy.
How's that going to do it?
He's a man of God.
A man of God.
Oh yeah, they're men of God.
How's that
His
guy-
career-
how's
his
that
Any
working
football
out for him?
players, man.
If Vic got a second chance, I can't imagine him getting a second chance. Because he's not. First of all, he's not good enough.
He's not going to make it
I'm
happen.
gonna tweet
They
that.
put him in
Dog on
prison?
dog crime.
What?
They put him in prison?
Not yet. It just got like filed. So right as it came out, they said
Stay on top of that story.
I will. Oh yeah, I'm all over your Prince Jumbo watch.
Yeah.
Another former disgraced player. Here we go. All pro safety Darren Sharper. He accepted a plea deal for rape.
He's done.
Yep, 9 years in prison.
That's going to be a rough road for him.
Yeah, they don't take too kindly to rapes, do they?
Nah, prison don't take kindly to anything anymore.
No.
You're in there. That's what they take kindly to.
The patron saint here of Sports Goombahs, Johnny Football.
Back in business, baby. You know what?
Even when he's having a nice relaxing day on the links, can't stay out of trouble. Getting heckled, he decides to launch a water bottle at somebody, and security gets called. He got to get sat aside. I mean, this guy. He must have the thinnest skin.
Oh, that's his whole problem.
But how? Like,
he reacts. That's his whole thing. That's his whole mentality. That's his whole football player thing. He can't control himself.
If you can't take some heckling, you can't be a pro athlete.
No,
Quarterback.
No,
quarterback.
Well, that's his problem. That's why That's why he's not. And he's not going to be in the NFL.
But the thing I don't get is, it's one thing if like, I'm trying to think of the way to word this. Like he had to be since his first day on campus, and became a star. He's getting heckled since day one. He should be used to this.
No, when you're the star he is, and how you come into college football. And remember, he was his rookie year. Was he the Heisman? What was his rookie year Heisman Trophy?
Freshman year.
Yeah. I'm sorry, freshman year. Okay, so already,
yeah,
he's got the other side of the line in college football. He's Manziel. Okay, you say something, you're going to get it back. You're going to get defended. You come to the NFL after that, it's a different story. The heckling that's going on the other side of that line of scrimmage, you don't forget your Heisman Trophy, forget your college, forget who you are. Okay, you're a piece of meat to the other side trying to get you because there's a lot of cash at stake.
But I feel like when you look at the Mannings or the Bradys or the Lucks, like they were big names since forever, but I feel like they didn't have this, like I'm sure they did get heckled, but they weren't
they got half a brain on them.
But I'm saying, I feel like they weren't as like Manziel walks into any town and goes into and gets made fun of, and yelled at. But so he's done it. It's been going for so long. Shouldn't he be used to this?
No, because he's used to being treated like a prima donna all the time. Now in the NFL,
he was in Texas at Texas A&M. It wasn't that anywhere else he went.
But he didn't go anywhere else.
When he traveled, road games.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're with the team, though, and when you're the
you're
big
really
guy
going to hear all that.
You're not going to hear
college
that
game.
Yeah.
No, but you have to be in town. You don't have to show up.
College is a little different than that when it's put together.
You don't have to show up game day and go home game day. You're there for.
I'm telling you, the NFL is.
And Manziel's going to bars every night.
He has no respect in the NFL yet, and it's got worse and worse for him. Okay, so he's nothing, and he's not used to being that way. He's used to walking into the room and have it light up for him. In the NFL, he's nothing. He's zero. He can't even get his own players to block for him. That's the difference. That's why you step up to the NFL, it's so much different in level. That's why it's so hard to make it in the NFL because, especially with the prima donnas, the guys like him who were born up with a rich family, and he's probably had everything fed to him from day one, except when he got to the NFL. Stinking Cleveland, no starting job, picked in the fourth round.
First round,
but picked late. I'm sorry, what was he picked, like
22nd?
22nd, that's what I meant. Yeah, I was going to say he was picked 24th in the first round. But yeah, he wanted to go number one in his own mind. even though he didn't have
Dallas.
Yeah, whatever. It didn't matter. But he didn't get what he wanted. Of course, he wanted to stay in Texas. So things aren't working out for him too good in the NFL, except when he wants to make headlines. He may not seem like he's forcing this, but he so happens to be involved. Whether he knew when he hoisted that bottle, it was as soon as it left his hand, he was going to be in the paper.
I did read. The funniest part about it was because he threw the water bottle at the guy and he missed it. He missed him. So the guy, of course, nice throw, Johnny.
Right. So it continued on.
It definitely didn't help. It's
a lose-lose situation.
Well, they said it after that is when he actually started approaching the guy, and security had to pull him away.
Yeah.
So
the fact that he approached the guy as an NFL player, knowing exactly how this is going to go down, means he's still stupid. You got what point do you? Yeah, it's his second year in the NFL, right? And theoretically, it's his fifth year in the NFL because when you win the Heisman Trophy as a freshman, you're already in that. You're already moved up a level a little bit. You had the press on you. You've been in the limelight enough to know what goes on here. And even from then on there, even in college, he was getting in trouble. This is the way he wants to live his life. He's like an Allen Iverson. Okay,
except Iverson was very talented.
Yeah. Oh, that's all. My point being is Iverson couldn't
a polarizing figure.
Yeah. Speaking of Iverson, I watched that special we ran today.
I was going to talk
about the documentary. Yeah. I watched the first half hour, but then my a-hole neighbor started revving his old 1965 Corvette engine or whatever it was. I just stopped watching it. I couldn't hear anything.
You know what? I watched that. I don't want to get off it, but I watched that. And I didn't learn anything new. It's like everything that the documents.
Yeah, I kind of knew. I knew all about the fight and
everything. It's everything. It's like I didn't learn. And usually when you have these documents,
the only thing I did learn is that his name was Bubba Chuck.
I thought that Pat Croce gave him the Bubba Chuck name.
I never heard of that name before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pat Croce used to call him that all the time, but I thought that was the name Pat had given him. I didn't know he had that from day one.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned so far. I'm only half hour in.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. I mean, it's the whole the whole big thing that surrounds the end about it is practice is the big thing. The whole.
Talk about practice.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's all right.
Interrupting the wall report, man. I'm losing my mind.
That's all right. Former NBA All-Star Chris Gatling. I don't know if you know him at all. Yeah, I actually do remember him. Headband, bald guy.
Yep.
Got arrested for the second time in connection with major credit card fraud and forgery, stealing over $90,000 worth of credit cards.
Educational ball.
He made $29.5 million in his career, but he still needs to steal from regular Joes.
That's right.
No, he probably he actually
paid taxes in Philly and Miami.
Little tidbit about the NBA Finals coming up. Steve Kerr versus David Blatt. Did you know the first ever meeting? Not first ever, really, but the first meeting of rookie coaches in NBA Final since the inaugural NBA season, which of course they're all rookie coaches. They're all rookie coaches that year.
So you mean who's the coach of Golden State?
Kerr.
Okay.
Kerr versus Blatt.
Okay, and then LeBron's the coach of Cleveland. Yeah. Right. So I understand what you mean.
That's actually a good point.
Wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Okay. All right.
Lil Wayne. Here's your weekly Lil Wayne report. He was involved in an altercation with a referee. Get this, in a Stop the Violence charity basketball game.
Is that news?
He started.
It's sarcasm or irony. One of those.
It's not sarcasm because it happened. He started a fight at Stop the Violence. I mean, that's Lil Wayne. How good of a player? He's like 5'8".
He's always in those charity games and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, exactly. You're probably not a great basketball player.
No, I wasn't.
Hey.
Manny Miles. He's the son of LSU coach Les Miles. He's a high school football player. He won state championship. He commits to North Carolina. Will not play for his dad. He didn't want to play. He chose North Carolina over his dad.
Nice.
His dad was recruiting him. He offered him a scholarship. He said, "No, I'm going to North Carolina."
That's just.
I mean, that says a lot that you.
Don't want to play for your dad?
Dad, I'm cool. I'm gonna go to this place.
Yeah. Well, think about it. It's too much. Too much. Look, it's like pick up your socks and then
and then pick up the blitz.
Blitz. Yeah,
it's not little league. Come on.
I don't know. This is cool for me and you. You like this one. 3 WWE superstars.
Okay.
R-Truth, Roman Reigns, and I believe Jimmy Uso. They crashed a fan's wedding reception in New York after a show. They were at a bar at some hall, and they heard there's a wedding reception around the corner. So they went and crashed it, just hung out for like an hour, drank with the bride and groom. But it turns out they didn't know this at the time, but the bride and groom knew there was a show that night, and they're big, huge wrestling fans. So they wrote a letter to WWE.
Pop out of the cake, right?
No, they didn't. And it's saying like, hey, if any of your people want to come by, WWE of course ignored it and said like, no, we're not going to talk, but they showed up anyway. And they didn't know that though. They were just showing up because they just wanted to surprise, the couple.
That's kind
good
of cool.
story. I saw pictures, Roman Reigns a big dude.
Who's Roman Reigns?
He's a big guy.
Big he's the Rock's cousin.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Rock.
Big Samoan.
Rock's everywhere, man.
Rock everywhere. You see San Andreas at all?
I was just going to ask you. Now, you make fun of my geek movies, my superhero, Captain America, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If The Rock, I know you're a big wrestling guy. Is The Rock big enough to make you go and see one of those movies?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll send him the Rock.
He's probably there's a rumor he's getting cast as Black Adam.
I don't know Black Adam. That sounds racist.
Racial
to me.
I don't think it's racist, but he's like the arch enemy of Shazam.
Let me ask you something about The Rock.
Like the Shaq movie, Shazam?
No.
Those
cousins.
You guys watch a lot of these Rock movies?
I love The Rock. I'll watch anything he does.
Is he The Rock in all the movies?
No, he's Dwayne Johnson.
No, what I'm saying, no, but is his character?
He's always a badass for the most part.
I mean, but he's
not spitting out.
I'm trying to say, I'm looking. Well, I understand that, but has he played any role but the tough guy role yet? I mean, I haven't seen all his movies.
Tooth Fairy.
Oh, you ever? No. Well, did you see the Mark Wahlberg movie? He was a moron. He's a buffoon in that movie.
Oh, the one where they
the Pain and Gain.
Yeah, I saw
he played the sensitive, funny guy.
That was good. That was kind of weird.
I like that movie. I really like the movie.
Wahlberg's with the weights while he's talking.
I really like that movie a lot.
He did a football one with a little girl. Was I think it was
The Game Plan.
Is that the Game Plan? Yeah.
You give me a scenario. I'll give you the Rock movie.
Oh man, don't get me wrong. I liked them back in the wrestling days when my
Roadblock.
When my daughter was born back in '99, it was in the heyday of him being in the WWE.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, he wasn't like, I guess if you didn't he do Walking Tall, the remake of that?
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah.
Hey, that wasn't necessarily like a
the
traditional.
Dude's been a lot of flicks, man.
Oh yeah,
a lot of a lot of stuff. I mean,
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw. Do you ever see the movie Snitch?
Yeah,
with him and Walking Dead Shane. Were the 2 stars?
I wanted to see that.
That wasn't a typical Rock. He was like a bad dude.
Well, he was
more of a family. He's a family man.
The guy got put in jail. Yeah, get him out of jail. Yeah, that was a good movie. Actually,
it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Anything The Rock goes in, I'll go see.
Yeah. I mean, from day one, I can remember. I used to watch the Monday Night Raw because I used to watch. I liked this. He could act.
Yeah.
He was acting. He was so good at it, and obviously he was a good actor because he could act at wrestling. And the one thing that I always liked about wrestling, although I didn't like it because it was fake or whatever. But these guys had to be decent actors to do this skit. I mean, you go out there on that stage in that ring and you're doing all that stuff and you can talk.
Well, remember, that didn't start till like the early 90s where they were that good. I mean, if you look back on the old ones, they were horrible.
More late 90s.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, the big shots came out.
Put a microphone in Lex Luger's face and he
my God. Or Chris Benoit.
Well,
what happened was it started with the acting.
Put a knife in his hand.
Hulk Hogan was good at it, and so was what's his name?
And that's why he became as big as he became.
And what's his name? Ric Flair. Ric Flair was doing it back in the old days.
But he was pretty much.
I can't believe Ric Flair's got to be 80 years old, right?
Flair? He's in his 60s.
He's a year younger than Hogan.
I can't figure that out because he's been around. I remember as a little kid. You know what I mean? It's like
the 80s, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even earlier in the 80s. Look, I thought Ric Flair was old in the 80s.
66, 65, 66, I think.
66, yeah.
I can't believe that's
Hogan's 67 or 65. He's either a year older or younger.
How could he be 12 years older than me? I've been watching this guy since I was born.
Because
he looked that old when I was 25 years ago. I can't figure that out. Even when I used to see him fly around the ring, I said, how's that 70-year-old guy flying around the ring like that? And meanwhile,
70.
Yeah, he was in his 50s back then, but he looked so old.
Yeah, he did.
He's been looking old since he was in his 40s, obviously. Most of these wrestlers, he was the original, gouging his head all the time, blood.
He was Thunderlips in the Rocky movies, remember?
Yeah.
And that was, 85, 86, right?
Never saw it.
The Rocky.
Thunderlips.
3? Yeah, he was Rocky, and he was in Rocky 3 with, remember Rocky did the promotional thing with the fight, and Hogan was in the movie?
Yeah, he was in that one?
His character's name was Thunderlips.
I'm talking about Flair.
Oh, I thought he was talking about Hogan stuff, too.
No, yeah, I was going to say, what was Ric Flair in a Rocky movie?
Another follow-up report here. I don't know if you remember a couple weeks back, I was talking about the new savior of heavyweight boxing, our 7-footer, Taishan Dong.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Who's he fighting?
First round knockout a week ago.
He got knocked out?
No, he won again.
Okay, all right.
He's 5-0. First round knockout. 7-footer.
That's a fight I'll go see.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see him fight that Klitschko, man. Put an end to that crap.
Let him get a little more seasoning first. But yeah, First shot knockout. Our boy's doing big
My
things.
God, everybody's got to look like a midget next to him. At 7 feet tall.
Look at this guy. Woo.
That's a big guy.
That's a big boy.
7 feet. He would have to duck to get in the studio.
He's all whacked out there.
Well, it's hard to be 7 foot and it's pure ripped. When you're 7 foot, I mean,
You're gonna
there's a lot of
look at
air to cover.
Look at a giant. You know, Andre, and
he was a big fat ass.
But he was muscle too.
I don't know.
He was
I
strong.
don't remember him being muscle.
No, he had muscle. He just wasn't ripped.
He had it, yeah.
It's
hard to be
lifted
ripped.
he lifted up another guy, 350 pounds. He's got to have some strength with him.
Yeah, he had help though.
I'll keep you posted on his next fight.
Yeah, please.
A lot of follow-ups here. And we'll finish off with when's the Belmont? Is that this week?
Next week. Next Saturday.
Well, American Farah, he's one going for Triple Crown, correct?
Yep.
His daddy, Mr. Farah, or Pioneer of the Nile, his sperm currently going for $60K a pop.
So is Cashie's.
No pun intended. But so if you want yourself that next thoroughbred, $60,000, got it. Got some semen. Got to find a female horse, of course. But
that's your wall report. We're gonna miss you next week. That was a pretty good one, man. You had a lot of information. 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I know how a lot of covered.
Yeah.
Got to weed out all the weak ones to get to the horse sperm.
What are we gonna do next week? We're gonna get someone to fill in for him.
We're ending the show on horse sperm. Are you kidding me?
What the hell's the difference, man? We got next week.
Okay. All right.
You know what?
You want me to talk about beaver?
I'll tell you what. Here's your fill in for next week. Right there.
He can't hold a candle to me.
You know who that is?
Some Godfather.
Ah, here you go. Nice work.
Brando.
Brando. We got the name right now. Cassidy King here. I got my shut left. Brendan B.
I'll call in for you guys.
So call in next week. I want to
call in from vacation.
Give a shout out to Auto Magic Car Care. Check them out at automagiccarcare.com. 215-322-2561. Mikey Primo, Matty Liddon. The BZI Group Insurance. My man Brian Z. You know him. He's the Obamacare guru. 1-800-431-4834. Check them out at bzigroup.com. Castle Public Adjusters.
Yep.
215-752-1237. Check them out at castlepa.com. You know, you want to get your money's worth on an insurance claim, you give them a call. They'll get it done for you. Anything else? Guido's Men's Store. Mikey V, you listening out there, Mike? I told you I'd give you a plug. 6728 Castor Avenue. Give him a call. Make sure Mike's there. 215-722-1585. Cassidy King, Sports Goombahs. We'll see you next week.
I won't.
Yeah.
I'll have sleeves next time.
Unless he gets caught mowing the lawn.
He's going to fry in Florida.
Oh, that's going to be bad.
Have a good one.